What's up, friends? In the spirit of Andre Unchained having fascinating guests with amazing stories, I'm really excited about this episode. I have two women. One is the former owner, one is the new owner of a global superstar brand called the Lil Homie, which is I want to say an urban meaning hip hop and R&B inspired fashion label for children. It's incredible. The clothes are so sick. Anyway, I was honored to have these two on the show talk about everything from the growing pains of business, the ups, the downs. If you're an entrepreneur, in particular, if you're a mum who wants to start a business or already has a business and you want to get the inside scoop on how to level up that business and even just kind of like resonate with all of the ups and downs that come with scaling a business like this to a global brand, this episode is for you. There is also a little controversy that comes with this brand with a very famous rapper, which you're going to have to wait and find out by watching this episode. I want to welcome Nadia Haryanto and Jessica Chiha onto Andre Unchained. Enjoy.
I'd kill for that volume.
You can tell a woman. Remember that ad? She'll stop traffic.
That's when you know they've done good branding. You still fucking talk about it.
I still remember it. No, that's also showing my age as well too. So, we are brought together here. Wait, let's cheers this motherfucker.
Great
Guys,
form.
thank you so much. Oh, nice. You know what?
Do you normally have this?
I don't normally drink wine, but I had two mates of mine on and we did a wine podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And I learnt so much about wine. Hectic amount. And when I went downstairs, I've never drank a bubbly wine. So I was like, what the fuck do I choose?
See, I wouldn't know
You've
what
never
to
been a
buy if it's
teenage
like
girl?
a red wine person.
No. And he was giving me some suggestions and I can't see any of it. I asked the guy at the counter and he's like, bruh, I just work here, man. I'm like, you're in a liquor store, man. You should know.
Bubbly wine, I don't think is his thing.
No, he's too young. It looks like he drinks goon. So we are here together to, I want to say, celebrate and commiserate the Lil Homie all in the one.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you guys to explain to me, what the hell is the Lil Homie for those people? I know it's a children's clothing brand and a very, very popular one, very successful one as well at that. But first of all, before we start any of that, I would love to know more about the two of you because I barely know you and I've met you a couple of times. I barely know you as well. So this is like, I'm coming in cold.
An enigma. Yeah.
I'm coming in cold. So if you choose who wants to start, but I really love to know just a real concise backstory.
Oh, shit.
Go, Jess.
Shit. Okay.
And you might want to get onto that mic too.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know, like leading into Lil Homie backstory.
Well, no, just you. We'll get to the Lil Homie thing in a bit.
I am a happily married mum of two. That's so
You're
gay.
number two.
I'm so much more than that though.
Of course. You've got this incredible empire that you built. So
Yeah. Live in the Northern Beaches. Yeah. And shit, that's a really full-on question.
Where did you grow up?
Not in the Northern Beaches.
Okay.
Grew up out west.
Whereabouts?
Like, I want to say like Castle Hill way, but it's further than that.
Okay, I'm Penrith, so
Yeah, so
West side represent.
so like Windsor, like I was born in like Blacktown Hospital.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I know the area.
I'm down.
Okay, you hood.
And like my husband used to play for Penrith, like
Oh,
footy
really?
and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
mad.
so we're down.
Yeah, he looks pretty buff. He's got that vibe.
So grew up out there, went to school together. We've been together over 20 years. So we've been together a long time.
Sure.
And then moved out to the beaches when we got married, had a couple of kids, started a business. He runs his own business.
What's his business?
He's an accountant,
Okay.
so very unsexy, but
when
it
the dollars
serves us
come
well.
in, when those dollars come in, God damn it.
It's probably the most unsexy profession. I've heard him speak in his sleep about capital gains tax before.
Oh my God.
I'd rather him say a woman's name, if I'm honest.
Fair enough.
I was like, ew. So, yeah, that's who we are. Obviously, we'll go deeper later, but yeah,
Of course, yeah. We're just going to scratch the surface, just more so for me and for, my peeps watching out at home or wherever they're watching it.
All right.
Now, you got a cool story. You've done quite a bit of stuff.
I have done a few things. It's really weird for me to hear my own voice so loudly.
So weird.
Do you want me to turn it down? I can turn it down.
Is this how other people hear them?
I know, it's horrendous.
And you know what? I've done some really cool things to it to make it sound even better.
Yeah, right.
So
No,
if you don't like that, then...
No, everyone else that's recorded me has said it's too quiet. So I am also a mum. I've just got one little girl, and I am also happily married. So we have that in common.
Yeah.
And you and I know each other because of my deep connection to the Australian music industry.
And your partner as well, who we play together.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, I have quite a diverse background. I've mainly worked in events and kind of more the operational parts of the creative businesses. So I've never quite been a creative up until now, which is exciting.
But we need you guys because us creatives are pretty fucking hard. Actually, we need you guys and your husband.
100%. That's why we make good teams, right?
Exactly.
Right, 100%.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's kind of my background, but I grew up north and...
Where's up north?
I grew up in Newcastle.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah.
I used to play at Fanny's. And the brewery.
Yeah.
Fanny's.
Do you remember
Fanny's
that?
We were talking about that the other day.
Fanny's is where my husband's and my love really, really bloomed. But yeah, we used to have R&B nights on a Wednesday night, and he was there emceeing, and I was so in love.
I used to go. I might get you to pop that microphone down just a little bit if you're gonna. Yeah, that'd be cool. And yeah, I used to every Sunday play at Fanny's, and then on the odd occasion do some of the festivals at the brewery.
Yeah.
That was fun times.
Yeah. So
Long drive, but fun times.
that's what I was saying. I feel like we've known each other a long time.
We've probably
Cross paths.
Yeah,
for sure.
6 degrees. You know.
But I moved here straight out of high school, and I've been down here a long time. So yep. And I'm the current owner of the Little Homie.
Right, that's right. So Jess is the former owner of the Little Homie.
Founder.
The founder. And now you are the new owner. And this is why I thought this is going to make for a really interesting conversation because I don't know if anyone ever gets the old and the new in one room to chat about why and why.
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought this might be a really cool opportunity.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet?
Well, we actually met at we went to watch Mario.
But you knew Danny, like
I knew her husband.
Yeah.
Okay,
I knew
right.
her husband
Through your husband? Or
No, I don't.
No,
No,
through Aureus.
through work and stuff. But I had been a big fan of Jess for a long time. Like I've been a big fan of the brand,
right.
and everything that I'd seen really resonated with me. I feel like I've always felt like we're very, very similar.
And that's
people.
what something Danny said to me. He's like, well, before I met her, he was like, there's this girl, you'd really get along with her. You guys are so similar. And then kind of when we actually met, it all kind of clicked and made sense.
Yeah. And I felt so weird. I met her on the boat. Like we were watching. Yeah, we're watching Mario.
We're all pretty lit.
And we were quite lit. And I remember
remember
going up and kind of shooting my shot and going, yeah, I don't want to be weird. Like I know your husband, but I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. So, and the Little Homie has always been really a big thing for me. It started not long before I fell pregnant, and everyone bought me gifts from the Little Homie. The brand is so me.
I went on the site. It's incredible.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. So, it was always what I was gifted, and it's always what I gifted others. So, it was just something that really felt right in my body.
Right. Okay, that's cool. It's funny when you have two people who are quite like-minded and share like a common sort of drive. I find you gravitate, and it's good to be surrounded by people like that because you push each other. You know what I mean? Because I came from an area where, if you've heard of the term struggle street,
Yeah, man.
it's a popular place to be on, right? And nobody wants to leave or wants you to leave Struggle Street. So it's really hard when you do want to become successful. You want to, branch out and just leave. Some of those people can kind of like draw you down. So you've got to like find your tribe or your people that are, going to lift you. And like you said, you admired what Jess was doing.
Yeah.
So you're obviously going to level up by, associating with her. Not that you did it for that purpose, but we're not in Hollywood. Have you been to Hollywood?
Yes.
Oh
It's
my
horrible.
God.
It's
So
horrible.
dingy.
Isn't that crazy?
It's brutal.
It's nothing like the movies.
No,
It's
man.
like 2 streets,
No,
Rodeo
man.
Drive and
Yeah,
Melrose,
it's
and that's
feral.
it.
No, last time I was in Hollywood, I walked past a guy and I could just hear him jerking off in an alleyway.
Oh,
And I was like,
no.
this is Hollywood. It was on the Walk of Fame. And I was like,
Walk of
It's
Shame.
unreal.
I was like, this is a bit gross.
Yeah, even Venice Beach is Beach is
so
not
gross.
what it
I think
used to
you
be.
realize how lucky we are here. Like you go
Yeah.
to the beach and you're like, this is fucked.
Yeah,
And
100%.
do not
Yeah.
take anyone's mixtape ever.
As soon as you get off the plane,
Honestly.
you've got
But I
mixtape
appreciate the hustles so
Yeah.
much.
They are hustlers.
I really do.
You know what I do love about their mindset is that even though they're coming from a sort of an angle where they're trying to maybe use you to get to somewhere, they are very supportive. Like they're very encouraging, especially in the music. I found over there when I said I was a musician, I wasn't looked at in the same way I am here.
Yeah.
Where people go, oh, that's great, but what do you do for work?
Yeah.
It's like,
In the States, I think definitely like Australia is very much, there's the whole tall poppy syndrome. And
Yeah.
in the music industry and in creative industry over there, people just want you to succeed. And the conversations I remember having I spent a lot of time in LA, and I just remember having conversations where people just wanted to share knowledge. They're not gatekeeping it.
Yeah.
It's a very different vibe.
That's another thing too, the whole concept of gatekeeping. We've spoken about it many times on this podcast with different guests and how, like, for me, I want to share knowledge.
Yeah.
And if this is the way that I can do that on a bigger scale,
Yeah,
then
love.
that's my legacy I can leave the world, if you know what I mean. But it's also important when women get together and when women don't gatekeep. You know how you can get in certain industries and also in male industries, and you've probably experienced it where, certain people can kind of like gatekeep their
For sure.
contacts, their, secret source, for example, because they don't want you to be successful or even have a piece of it. But there's plenty of room for everybody. And if there's anything, what's that saying that all tides,
rising tides lift all ships.
Exactly. Yeah.
100.
And that's kind of like what you guys are doing in a way.
Ain't gatekeeping.
Not at all. Yeah, I was really surprised with it actually, because when I asked her, actually I didn't even ask you, I sent a message to her husband and I was like,
Yeah,
this
you
is
dog.
so anti-feminist of me, because it was her brand. She'd built it.
We'd caught up for dinner the night before in Queensland randomly and had dinner, Ronnie, Nadia, me, Danny and the kids. And I'd mentioned over dinner that I was like, yeah, I'm going to shut the business this year. I've kind of had enough, whatever. And you didn't say anything in the moment, but you obviously went home and sat on it and then called my husband the next day because we obviously didn't have each other's details yet. And that's kind of how that started.
Yeah, because she'd said that she didn't want to sell it. And I was just like, God, do you think she'd change her mind for me?
I want to get back to that exact conversation, but I want to know, and I want people to know what this business we're talking about and just how lucrative, how popular, and how successful you were with it. Actually, one of my number one questions, and was one of the questions I sent to you, of all of the things you could have used as a kind of design template or just a theme for this brand, you chose R&B and hip hop.
Because I'm obsessed.
You're obsessed with R&B and hip hop. Where did that come from?
Just love it. I've always loved it.
Did you grow up listening to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And not through any like.
Is that a
part
West
of-
Side Blacktown thing?
Pretty much. I was hoping you'd ask.
Hood rich, baby.
No, I think, and then obviously like transitioning into being a parent and being pregnant, I was like, and I feel like anyone who's ever heard me talk about Little Homie journey before, I sound like a broken record, but it's always been like, I'm never that cookie cutter kind of parent who's like pumped for all the baby shit. I just wasn't going to be that person. My kids don't know what the Wiggles are, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah, great.
Lola and Val literally listen to my music, and that was never going to change. So I wanted to, I guess, have an outlet where, like, you'd always hear parents go, I have to read the same fucking book to my kid every bedtime over and over, and I'm like brain dead by it. And I was
Sure.
like, and I'd always kind of sat on this idea of doing a hip hop ABC book, even from high school.
Wow.
And then so it all kind of just made sense in the time when I was on mat leave, and my husband was like, just start on that, because my husband's very much like, just do it. He kind of like breaks down barriers and makes things seem really achievable. So I was like,
Which is
yeah,
so
fuck
important,
it.
right?
Yeah. And that's kind of how that all started. So yeah, and then I was like, and then it's obviously a deep love and interest of mine. So it all kind of came naturally. And I come from a creative background. So that part was easy for me. I'm married to an accountant who does the finance and operations
Oh my
side of
God,
it.
it's a
So it's
match
kind
made
of
in
like
heaven.
perfect.
It's a
I
match
could
made-
not have done it without him,
Yeah,
genuinely.
100%.
I mean, you learn on the fly regardless, but he was so helpful and valuable in that time, especially dealing with a business that literally blew up overnight with no warning, I guess.
Right.
So, yeah, that's why I chose that, because I'm obsessed.
I want to talk about scaling up and the pros and the cons that come
Yeah.
with scaling up. What I'd love to know is, what was the catalyst for you to create this brand? What were you doing before it? And what made you go, boom?
So I always came from fashion. I went to fashion college out of school, then worked in magazines and editorial for years, which was a lot of fun, but shit pay, really shit pay. But when you're young, you don't really care. You're getting free holidays and free clothes.
money.
Yeah, I did definitely not do it for the money. But then once you kind of like, me and Danny had always been together, so we're looking to like buy a house and get a mortgage, and it's like this 30 grand a year salary is not going to do shit. So I went into just to be an EA at a like top 4 accounting firm, which like totally killed my creative brain. Hated every second of it. Was there for like 5 or 6 years.
Your husband's going to love this episode.
Yeah. I was doing his like bookkeeping on the side, just trying to like do that. And then that's when I got pregnant, and I was already doing the meetings for the book. Like, so sorry to go back a little bit.
Sure.
My husband and I do a goal board every year, and we kind of split it down into like 12 months, 5 years, 10 years beyond.
Okay.
And our 12-month goals were all kind of ticked off, but one of them for him was write a business book. And we're in like kind of December. I was due in March the next year, and Danny's like, I'm not going to have time to do that book. He's like, you know what? You're on mat leave. Do your hip hop book. And I was like, fuck, okay. And again, like we live in an amazing world where you can literally launch a business from your couch. Yeah. So again, I think because Danny has a lot of like relationships with clients who are doing similar sort of things. So he's like, get on Alibaba. We didn't even need the money. We didn't have the money to fund it. So we're like, let's go on Kickstarter. We'll raise the money. I was like, what's Kickstarter? Like he was teaching me all these things.
So proactive.
Yeah, he really is. Like he's got such a can-do attitude. So you realize like there really is no fucking excuse. So then, did all that. And it was the best thing, because then I launched the book while I was on mat leave, and I never had to go back to my job that I hated it. So winning.
What would you have done if your husband wasn't supportive of your vision? Because a lot of women are in situations like that where they have something that they feel really passionate about, and they really want to throw themselves into it, but they need their partner's help.
Yeah.
Even if it's just emotional support. What would you have done if he was
I don't think I would have
that's a
done
terrible idea, blah, blah.
I don't think I would have done it, if I'm going to be honest.
I don't think you would have been there. Like, would you have married that guy?
No, probably not.
Would you have married Dream Killer?
My
husband calls me Dream Killer.
Oh, you were a dream killer? Okay.
I'm just
He was I'm just
a realist.
You're pragmatic.
Yeah, fine.
I get that.
Yeah, I don't think I would have done it, because his thought means a lot to me. So, and obviously I needed him a lot for the process as well. So, yeah, don't think it would have existed without his support.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so, like, for example, if in a situation like that you didn't have that support, how do you feel in hindsight now? How do you feel you could have done that on your own? Like, I'm sure you've learnt so much from then to now.
And it's so possible. And I see it around me in the sense of like over the years of having the business, so many people reaching out to me with not a Danny in their life, as in someone who does all that shit. And I was just like, yep, do this, do that, do that. And there's just mums or any individual person who goes out and does it. So it's absolutely possible.
Yeah.
I guess I've always had Danny as that security blanket of knowing he's going to sort my operations and finances and shit. But the reality is you can do it. Like there's so many systems and processes in place that anything's
I would love a
possible.
Danny.
Yeah. Everyone needs a Danny,
Everyone
honestly.
needs a Danny. But if you don't have
It's
a Danny,
really fucking helpful.
it's still okay, right?
Yeah.
Might just take a little bit longer.
It takes
you can
longer.
pay for a Danny. Like
Yeah.
we can put his details in the notes.
Danny needs to pimp out his services.
He's going to love me for this.
Okay, so you've decided to build this business and you've put it out there. Where did you start? Where did it like basically live? Was it on Amazon?
Oh,
Was it
sorry.
on
Yeah. No,
a website?
Shopify. I was direct to
Shopify.
consumer from day one.
Okay.
But again, like in saying that, you know, Danny's like, do the book. We printed 1,000. I was fucking tripping because I was like, there's no way I'm going to sell 1,000 books. That's wild. But we did. We like kind of hustled our friends and family network. We've got quite a big network with his family and clients and stuff. So we organically kind of sold them. And then next thing, like obviously that you could talk forever, but like to cut a long story short, the next 10,000 books are on pre-order, already pre-sold. Like it was just nuts.
Can I ask you, what do you think that was? Like, did you see a gap in children's book land?
Well, I remember we met
fill
with a digital marketer at the time who was a client of Danny's, and he knew Facebook ads and shit. And we met him in like a food court. I've got this tiny little newborn and we're such rookies. And we're like, listen, we've got this book idea. Can you just help us? Because we never had any idea on setting up ads. As you know, that's such a big part of the business and it's so technical. And we're like, he's like, oh, like you could tell he just thought the idea was stupid. Hip hop ABC book, how ridiculous. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I can sort of set up some ads that like kind of target people who like Biggie and Tupac. Let's just start there. And he's like, I'll do you guys a favor because he literally thought it was going to go nowhere. By the time he walked to his car and we'd gotten to our car, he called us. He's like, I want in on this business because he basically like put the ads live and it was just going ding, 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 ding. Like it was already. So I guess we kind of, it's, 7 or 8 years ago now. It's like a time when Facebook and Instagram are such a different beast than they are today. TikTok didn't exist. And it's a lot easier to kind of go viral on something as well when there's something different that hits the market. So I think it was divine timing as well in a lot of ways, which helped. So yeah, like, influencers back then who did shit and it got like rhythm, it really just kind of blew up. It's a lot harder to tame that beast in today's kind of social media world.
That's interesting that you say that because you've now taken on the Lil Homie. So you would probably be experiencing the whitewash of that wave. And how are you navigating like a resurgence of the Lil Homie in amongst a pretty saturated market, I would imagine?
Yeah, it's interesting because I'd had experience in fashion but hadn't done anything online. So a lot of it's really new to me. But I haven't met anyone that doesn't know, like the original book that she put out, I haven't met anyone that doesn't know it. And as soon as everyone knows the Lil Homie.
Okay.
So there's still a lot of fans out there and like really original fans. And, they're getting a little bit older and their kids are getting a little bit older. So there's more opportunity. But there's also a lot of new people we're getting in front of. But yeah, I'm just learning the online stuff, the socials. I think TikTok is a crazy beast that I haven't quite tamed yet, but I'm sure our product is perfect for it. But yeah, I'm definitely learning and going as I go. And I've got like the best thing about Jess is like we were talking about gatekeeping. Jess is always there to listen. Yeah, she's like never held anything back. That's awesome. Even the whole time you waiting for you to come and get us. Like she's telling me things I hadn't thought of yet, and it's been unreal.
And so in that exchange, now that you've left that business, do you have longings to start something else, or are you just happy
She's
to
not
chill?
allowed. It's in the no, I'm
Yeah, I'm starting this kids hip hop brand. It's targeted.
It's a country book. It's hip hop country.
Well, it is now at the moment.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Oh man,
I mean, you say
we had that
Beyonce,
convo.
but what about Lil Nas? Like, I feel like Lil Nas
I had a country
totally.
and western singer on, and we talked about what Beyonce's done for country music, and she was not happy.
Yeah, I'm kind of offended for them.
Yeah. And winning best country album.
Stop. I know we spoke about this the other day. It's actually insulting, isn't it?
It's pretty crazy, but that's that world.
Yeah.
You know? That's that world. Okay, so you've now taken on the beast of the Lil Homie. You've got OG Lil Homie here to, get on the bat phone and call and ask questions. And so you're in a headspace where you're kind of like you're good. You're
Yeah, I think it's too soon for me at the moment. Like what is it now? I shut it down a year ago now, because then these guys didn't really relaunch it until later in the year.
Yeah.
So I kind of, they acquired like, I guess, a closed down business.
right.
So yeah, no, I am not interested quite yet to start a new business. It took a lot out of me. I think at the time when I launched, I was a brand new mum. I had a husband who was starting his own business and working, and still does to this day, 100 hours a week. Like, he's overseas at the moment. So I've always kind of classed myself respectfully as a single mum. Love him to death, but he's never here.
What do your kids call him?
Yeah, my kids literally call Danny Uncle Danny, not Dad, because he's literally the fun uncle who just gets to play and then say bye. Bless him. Great person though.
Is that challenging? You know, I mean, now you're post the Little Homie, and I would imagine the Little Homie would have taken up so much of your time.
There was
would
a
have been
dark
really busy.
time. Yeah.
But now you've got all this time, and your husband's away all the time.
Yeah,
So it's like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Do you ever get those feelings? Like,
yeah, so I'm working in his business at the moment, doing like events and stuff for him at the moment. Because again, I come from a bit of that when I was in the top 4 firm. So that kind of stuff's like bread and butter to me. It's easy. I know how to do it. It's fine. I know his team, and I've worked alongside them for years anyway.
you're still kept cognitively active.
and I for sure need that in my life. I was never built to be a full-time parent. Love my kids,
Are
but
any of us?
Some people just live for it.
People claim they live for it, but I don't believe it.
Yeah. I had my daughter when I was 25, and I was trying to be a rock star. Can you imagine?
I can imagine.
I was
That's
trying to be
amazing.
a rock star, like hard. And my partner at the time, she said, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, I like had a really horrible relationship with my father. So I thought, you know what? I don't want to be like that. I want to do right by her.
Yeah.
So I said, let's do it.
Yeah. You're still a rock star.
Huh?
Hell yeah. Does she think you're a rock star? I'm sure she does.
didn't for a long time. I got my throat tattooed, and she was like, Dad, it's not cool.
Oh my God,
I'm like, what the
stop.
fuck?
It's the coolest thing ever.
Well, to her now, we've got the best. We're like best friends.
Love.
I love our relationship.
Yeah,
now.
that's cool.
It's incredible.
That's
We're always like, whenever we go out, people either mistake us for brother and sister or boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, I bet.
Which is so fucking weird.
She did a speech at your birthday, and I wanted to cry, man. Like, she adores you. Like, you've definitely
Nailed it.
Broken the generational curse.
I think so. And it's really funny because I got asked the question. We talked about influence and inspiration and the difference between the two. And I got asked, who is my inspiration? And I could not think of anyone but my daughter.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that weird?
No, it's not weird at all.
No,
it's
but
amazing.
it's just like from what she's been through, and she's got a crazy story to where she is right now and where she's going. And I like to think that I've instilled this mindset of you do not need a man or a partner to be successful in this life or even to grow emotionally. It's a bonus.
Yeah.
But life is the gift.
100.
You know what I mean? Life is the gift. You do good shit with that, and then all the other stuff falls into place, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is something that's been always very important to me, just from my own upbringing. And I had my parents divorced when I was really young. My mum remarried a couple of times, and it was always very important to me to never need a man to. I don't need a man to make it happen. I can get off being free. No, what's the lyric? No,
look, I mean, if you find a partner who, you feel like you're in a team that's going to have your back and, then that's amazing.
But it doesn't always happen.
But that's the thing. And it's I'm here with him. Like, I adore Ronnie. I've been with him the longest time, but I choose to be here. I'm not here because I'm scared of what happens if I leave, and it was kind of what I'd seen a little bit. And so that was always really important to me, to be on that equal playing field. So I'm glad your daughter's got that, because a lot of the, a lot of the younger, there's some younger girls I've been exposed to that look for the rich guy. And I'm all like, just be the rich guy. You know what I mean? You don't need,
for
you
sure.
don't need this.
I gave her that book behind you, Women Don't Owe You Pretty, for when she was quite young. And I made her read it because it's so well written in her language. Yeah. It's not, written by, a 40-year-old, 50-year-old woman. Yeah. It's a young woman who has interesting, really great perspectives. Florence Given, she's amazing.
Yeah. Cool.
But okay, all right. So we are now leaving Little Homie. I actually, So I want to talk about a few things with regards to fashion, and you probably can chime in on this as well too. I would imagine at that point where you're wanting to create this incredible brand, quality is important.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just have this cool theme and expect people to, consistently and sustainably buy your product.
Yeah.
Did you ever go through that conundrum of Australian versus Chinese made?
Yes, but then I'm married to an accountant who does numbers.
Right. And
it's
Australian made
it's
just
as
doesn't make
simple
sense.
as that. Yeah, and
Sad,
I think,
isn't it?
well, I think when you're making kids' clothes in particular, when you're dealing with manufacturers, you learn quickly, especially Chinese manufacturers, you're paying a very similar amount to make an adult's T-shirt versus a kid's T-shirt.
Right.
But with an adult's T-shirt, I can charge a lot more for it at the end game.
Yeah.
A kid's T-shirt, I'm really capped on what I can charge
Right,
a customer unless I'm fucking Louis Vuitton or whatever.
Course.
So you learn very quickly that, I mean, a business makes no sense unless you're making money, right? And I think that's where Danny came in. So yeah, like sustainability, great. Being eco-friendly, incredible. But you can't possibly tick all those boxes and have a successful business.
How did you mitigate quality control?
So trial and error. So over the time, like obviously I started with books and then went into clothing, and it's just a constant sampling process, and you understand that completely.
Yeah.
But and there was really good people, really shit people, and I mean a lot of the time you pay for what you get, really. But then we ended up working with a manufacturer that's actually, the head office is based in Australia, but they essentially play the middleman to China. So the communication is just so much better. Because I was going direct to factory in China, which, yes, was cheaper, but there was so many times I got bulk shit delivered and it was bad or not the quality that was the sample, etc.
And they blame you.
100%. They take
miscommunication.
zero responsibility for it. Then you're stuck with stock that's not really what you want to sell to your customers.
Do you, when you are stuck with stock like that, do you give it away to the poor, or what do you do?
Yeah, so there was plenty of time. So the ship bob who I worked with in America had opportunities to donate stock to charities and stuff like that. And even here, whenever there was like stuff like, when there was all those floods actually like a few years ago now up north, like I donated a whole bunch of kids close to families up there and stuff like that. There's always places that'll take stuff like that. That's probably the easiest part. But yeah, so then when you find someone good that kind of manages that quality control process without you having to stress about it, because again, like over the last 7 or 8 years, like COVID happened as well. So traveling to and from China just isn't an option either, to physically go to the factory and oversee things and stuff. So you're really putting a lot of trust in them. Whereas if you've got someone here you're dealing with, you can go meet with them and physically touch things and feel things and measure things and whatever. It works a lot better. But you pay for it too.
Of course, yeah. No, 100%. I a long time ago, fantasized about starting a clothing label, and I did some research, and everybody said, even like, people in high-level positions in fashion, they all said, don't do it.
Yeah.
It was so discouraging,
No,
especially the
it's
Australian-made discouraging, because I wanted to do Australian-made. And so when you decided you wanted to take on this brand, obviously you're not going to take on a brand that's, sometimes when you delve deep into a company, you can see corners been cut. You can see things been done in a really dodgy way that never really, gets to see the light of day. When you took it over, I would imagine you would have had to have gone
There
through
was so many corners she'd cut. Like the quality was
But like for you, would that would, I would imagine, be a very important aspect for you to want to go, I'm going into this, if you thought there was anything skeptical about the quality?
Definitely not the quality.
We
and
bought
also,
everything too, which I think helps. Like you
I'd
were
been
a customer.
I'd been a customer.
Oh, okay,
so
cool. So you knew firsthand.
And Jess had done a really great few ranges of like matching mom and child stuff, and I had all of that. I got that every Mother's Day, and I still wear it. The other day, I wore my Be Kind It's Gangster to work, and someone was like, "That is the best jumper ever." And
How
I
long
was
have you
like,
had that jumper for?
I think I got it for my first Mother's Day, so that's 5 or 6 years
stood the
now.
test of time.
5 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, the quality
How's
is
the
unreal.
colour? Has the colour stayed?
It's grey marl.
Don't
It's
stress me out.
timeless. It's timeless. And
You don't wash it with
Has it washed well over the
Yes,
years?
yes,
Yeah, damn right it has,
absolutely,
because quality control.
No, I love it. And so, yeah, I knew the quality was great. I've had the books the whole time. The books have a beautiful texture to them. Like they've definitely had thought put into them. And Jess gave me all the contacts. She gave me, as part of the deal, like all the designs, all the designers,
Right.
everything was just given to me, and she held nothing back.
That's awesome.
And and then when we've done newer products that weren't part of that range, we've sourced our own and gone through that sampling process. But I had a great benchmark for quality, and I wasn't going to accept anything less than what the customer expected.
Okay. And so now that Jess has let go of this behemoth of a business and now you've taken it on, what are you planning on doing to kind of change it up a little bit, make it your own? Are these this is a Lil Homie hat, by the way.
Yeah. So that's
Thank
a new
you.
one.
Gifted. That's sick.
Thank you. I don't think you hadn't done adult hats, right? You've done kids hats.
Correct. Yeah.
So I definitely want to bring more of that matching stuff. I loved that.
Yep.
And it was a really great way for people to connect, but also really good gifts. There's a few different book ideas I've got as well. And I wanted to kind of bring the age group up. As I said, it had come to a point where I wasn't engaging so much with a Little Homie because my daughter was getting a little old for it. And I think that was part of the reason you were losing
100%,
interest in it. I'm not super interested in babies. I'm not.
Is it just baby wear?
No. I think you stopped at size 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And so I'll be creeping it up. My daughter's turning 6 this year, and we go to a size 6.
Yeah, that's literally where I bowed out when my kids are too big for
Next
it.
year, I assume we'll go to a 7. And then
that's just too much of a range to
then it
curate,
gets
right?
expensive, right? Because you've got to you've got an MOQ on every size, and that's why when you launch a collection, everyone loves it. They're like, oh, you should do a size 10, and it's like it's so easy for a consumer to say that.
Yeah.
But you've
you
got
have to do 1,000.
and it's so much more expensive, and clothing's expensive to manufacture. So
and one of the challenges I've had as well is like the US quite tight in their regulations with baby wear, so it just makes sense to go a little bit older. But plus, moms that are into hip hop and R&B in this kind of era, like we're not. I mean, some of us are definitely having babies. Like if you consider, some of the people that like everybody in the music industry right now is pregnant, right?
Popping.
Yeah, and age doesn't matter. And we've got people in their 20s.
And I'm loving I did it when I was 24.
Yeah, winning, been there.
And there's people that are pregnant in their 20s and stuff like that. And these are the people that are singing and still listening to the R&B that we love. So it's definitely there, but there's some fun products, I think, in going a little bit older, like more school age and where the child really enjoys it. Because my daughter's the same. Like, one of her uncles was a Wiggle at one point, but she still doesn't listen to the Wiggles. And she, her favorite.
I remember them as the Cockroaches.
Yeah,
that's what they started out as.
Really?
There was a band called the Cockroaches.
They were early childhood teachers.
That's wild.
Yeah. But we, her favorite artist is Michael Jackson, and we talk about him all the time. And so she also listens to hip hop and R&B and soul and stuff like that. So, I can't remember the original question, but I hope I answered it.
It was about quality. I think it's important.
Michael Jackson and quality control.
I had a feeling
bring it over.
I had a feeling I was going to mention Michael Jackson in the first 30 minutes.
Right, I did. You and your 80s music.
I did an 80s R&B brunch show the other night.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was awesome. That was so much fun.
Yeah, we were trying to come. I will definitely be the next one.
Yeah, Ronnie had a gig that night we went to.
So I've got some questions that I want to kind of glance over. We've already spoken about quite a lot of them. One in particular is probably more directed to you. You as well, because you were a mum when you were doing this business, but now you're a mum and you're doing this business. How do you navigate being a mum with this demanding little human being and then demanding other human beings wanting
like my older
insert
adult child?
Just your customers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't. I mean, I'm kind of similar to Jess, and I didn't really get maternity leave. Not long after my daughter was born, COVID happened, and both my husband and I are in creative industries. So we were suddenly, while we'd been riding a high, now suddenly couldn't relax into this maternity leave period. So we kind of had to hustle and see what we could do. So I've always done it. I had to go back to full-time work very, very quickly. And one of the really good things is I've always had to work from home as a result of COVID. So I have no idea how people used to do that, get the child to daycare, then commute to the city and then got to leave at 5 to get
that's
back.
harder than what we did really in a lot of ways.
So like I have no idea how people did that. And I look back on the time when I managed those people and damn, I was a bitch. Like
They would have hated you too,
they would have
probably.
lived 100 lives before I got to work, you know. So
just the whole concept of even just driving to work.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
That's exhausting in itself. And then you got to go start your day. You know?
yeah, so I was really lucky. I hadn't really had to experience that too much, but there wasn't a lot of separation from home and work, you know, like the dining table, the dining room was also my office and everyone's playroom. So the juggle is real and you got to really be intentional about how you separate that.
Yep.
I used to find if like it was a 5-minute walk to daycare and if Ronnie just went and got her and then brought her directly into my office, I felt like I would have a meltdown because I didn't have that separation to like to put on my other hat.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which is like it's important to break the day up like that, right?
Yeah.
And
And
just be.
yeah, and I've always managed a bunch of people and sometimes it just feels like, you know, you're like Nadia, 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 and then suddenly very quickly it's mummy, 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 and it's just like everyone just shut
You
up.
get sick of your own name.
Yeah, yeah. I have told my daughter not to say mummy before, but then she just calls me Nadia.
Then that's just weird.
It's just frustrating.
That's just weird.
So yeah, it's a juggle. It's a
And
juggle.
what about yourself? How did you wade
Yeah,
through
I
that?
think for me, like I was dealing with a booming business whilst being freshly a mum as well. So that was hectic.
With one, right?
Yeah, at the start, one. Val was my son was born into it as it was like a operating business. But again, like, we were in like a tiny unit. My husband was building his business. So he was out the door first thing every day and didn't come back till very late at night. So, but we have like, you know, crazy pictures of, you know, when we were packing the 10,000 pre-order books and I'm at Kennard's storage because that's the only place we could get them delivered because we didn't have a warehouse. I'm pumping milk on the side, chucking my daughter to my mother-in-law so I could pack all night. Like it was nuts. And then I look at my friends who had these like beautifully curated mat leaves of like coffee, freaking catch-ups with friends and Pilates and mother's group. And I'm like, huh? Like it was just mental. It was actually just adrenaline and survival. It wasn't, and I don't even wear that as a badge of honor. Like I look back and I regret, I guess, not being in the moment more with my kids because it literally was survival. I was dealing with this business. I wasn't prepared to be growing as fast as it was. And my kids kind of got caught up in that.
You also not born a mum as well.
Hell no.
You know what I mean?
And that's the biggest part of it is like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I struggled with that too. Like I definitely had a bit of postnatal depression for sure. So like dealing with that, dealing with the business and then, you know, the highs and lows of business. So, and just your own self. So I think the beauty of Lil Homie, and at least I was always surrounded by R&B and hip hop and that was kind of always a happy space for me. And seeing like how Nadia said, like people gifting my products to other new mums and stuff and seeing that joy resonate was special. Like that was a really cool feeling. If I went to bed exhausted, but I was seeing so much social proof of that, I'm like, that's cool. Yeah. So it made sense of why I was doing what I was doing.
And how, like, I'd like to ask you both this question. How do you guys deal with those? I don't know, do you know Seth Godin?
Yes.
He's written
I know the name.
He's written a book called The Dip. He talks about the dip being the most crucial part of the journey where you do all the learning and you got to be prepared for the dip because it's also the place where things don't always work out and it kind of like will help you sink or swim, really. Yep. And what I'd love to know is how do you guys come up from the bottom? Because I'm sure in business you do that quite often. It's never really just once and that's it. It's many times. And you have to kind of stay even amongst it because if you go with those highs and lows, it's just going to destroy you. How do you deal with that? I mean, you got the kids, just you personally. Kids, husbands aside, you two as single individual humans. How do you deal with that?
I feel like there's been times in my life that I've hit really rock bottom and had no safety net, like times where I haven't had, like if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, for instance, like I haven't had the basics and I've just had to make it work. And I left home very, very early. I didn't go to uni. I had to work. There was a period of time where I had no no money and I was selling CDs to make rent. I sold my guitar at at
What
18
CDs?
to what CD?
Which ones?
There
Were they
was
You're
hip
gonna
hop
judge
R&B?
her?
Not Enya?
Michael Jackson?
I was
She was big back
stealing
then.
CDs to then no,
Of course.
but so I've had periods of time where I have just had to make it work and had no other choice. I have had jobs where I've been fired like dramatically and then had to find another job that day because I had no safety net. So sometimes when I'm anxious and there's been a time in the past few days I've been talking to Jess about some stress I've had and I kind of look back at that time and go, yeah, but you're safe. Like this can't kill you.
You've been here before.
You've been.
You know how to get out of it.
I've done worse than this,
Yeah.
and so that's kind of I just try and put things in perspective and go, this can't kill me. These are just words, or this is just, it's only money, and I will always make more of it. I will always be okay.
You've come this far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's kind of I just try and put things in perspective.
Yeah.
It ebbs and flows, and like being a business owner, you realize it's like there's constant highs, constant lows, and I think surrounding yourself too with the right people and being able to be really honest with those people around you makes you realize you're not alone a lot of the time too. And there's always a saying that resonates with me too. It's like if everyone put their problems in a pile, you'd quickly take yours back. And it's so true. Like don't wait for a tragedy to appreciate what you have. And it's just trying to shift that mindset. My husband is someone who's very glass half full energy. 24/7. He'll smile when he's angry, which is quite scary at times. But like I think that's rubbed off on me over the years because we've been together over 20 years and his kind of ideologies and like view on life has really rubbed off on me in that sense of like, there's always someone worse off. So it can feel shit and it's crap and have your moment, but we're so lucky in the scheme of things and like some of our problems are good problems to have in comparison to others around
we're very
you.
lucky in being in this country as well.
Easier
too.
said than done, obviously, sometimes. And sometimes you just want to hate everyone and not talk to anyone.
100%.
For
I
sure.
mean, it's easy to see, what they call the highlight reel online of your successes,
big time.
but no one ever sees what.
I think we're getting better at that though as a society. Like
Becoming a little bit more authentic and honest.
Yeah. Like I feel like the perfect Instagram accounts are getting way more phased out.
Yeah.
I found even with Homie, the more honest I was about parenting, even on my stories and talking about personally, like, if I've had a shit day with the kids or my son's screaming or my husband's sleeping and I'm spewing because he's not helping me do something, people resonate and engage with that
relatable.
way more than me on a perfect family holiday or whatever. Like, so I think the world's been a little bit better at that. Everything is still so curated, but I think we're being a bit better at being honest.
Yeah. I guess this probably leads on to the whole scaling up and what happens when things start to snowball and how ready are you for that? How ready were you for the
0%. Like I did not expect the success to happen and it literally happened overnight. So I think having my husband be an accountant to clients who have, I guess, been in the space before helped. So, we quickly implemented 3PL warehouses, which is where you get all your stock sent and they do all the sending for you.
Like the fulfillment center.
100%. Yeah. So I never touched stock after that. I had a fulfillment center at one point in the UK, but it was always US and AU in Melbourne. So I never touched stock. That helped. It obviously had its pros and cons. Sometimes there's like better parts of packing your own shit 'cause you've got more control over it. But for the sake of your sanity, it makes sense to outsource that. But just putting a bunch of systems and processes in place, certain ways my Shopify worked and upsells on the website and all that kind of stuff that, again, you learn on the fly. But a lot of people have said along the way, like, how did you manage this and how did you manage that? Honestly, for a period of 3-4 years, we were just being reactive because we literally didn't have time to keep up with the growth of the business because we just, again, weren't prepared for it, which, again, good problem to have, right? But frustrating at the same time. And I did start with just a book, like creating the brand, The Lil Homie was an afterthought because I'm like, well, let's create a brand from this. I didn't start with selling AB to Jay-Z under The Lil Homie. I just sold AB to Jay-Z. The Lil Homie came later after I quickly made this shitty Canva free logo that was just quick and pushed out just to have something. Oh my God, it's so bad. The first one. But yeah, so it was just constant reactive. It wasn't like, I'd like to say there's this perfectly thought out plan, but it wasn't at the time. It was just like, shit, let's go. So
isn't it crazy how like when you watch anything on YouTube with regards to, you know, making something successful, brands and so forth, they give you these step by step, but nothing ever goes step by step.
Nah, man.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
no one tells you about the shit that happens in between those steps that you're going to have to like overcome just to get to the next one. So you were scaling up
Yeah, well,
from
even
like this to this. You've
Yeah.
taken on a behemoth straight up.
but even there was some challenges there because, like you said, she'd closed the brand down. So there were months where the brand was kind of dormant. She'd done a great job keeping the socials alive. You know, maybe just as a hobby. Like, I don't think it was your intention to.
Well, I just wanted, like, I'd built that community and I didn't want to leave them in the lurch knowing what was coming. It made more sense to just still chat to them.
Yeah.
And then-
Did they
and to you
know
guys?
that it was going through a transition or?
No, well, I
No.
mean, because I think no, because she wasn't. She closed it.
Mm,
Like it
right.
was an afterthought. So
Were they excited when they found out that?
yeah, yeah. And she was
reborn?
sending me. She'd be sending me screenshots and telling me about, you know, what the people were saying.
Oh, they were
awesome.
pumped.
And
yeah.
and
That must be encouraging for you.
oh, totally. And even now, in turn, like I'm getting these messages where people are telling me what the brand meant to them and showing me. I sent her one the other day. I had somebody. They'd made a blanket out of a baby wrap that they'd bought 7 years ago, and the child just loved it so much that
Wow.
they had to, you know, keep the
That
vibe
quality
alive.
control, though. That
quality,
blanket's still
right?
going.
I see.
Yeah.
I see what you
So,
mean.
you know, and it's exciting to be able to share that with her and show her what she built, you know. And so, but there were a bunch of mistakes that we made at the start, and there were a few issues, even just in terms of marketing. You know, if you let a database lay dormant, you know, you've got to warm that back up again before you can market to
Yes.
them. And this is a whole new ball game for me. So,
Plus, there's the comparison game for how you're going to run the business compared to Jess. Are you going to do the
Totally.
same job? Are you going to change it?
yeah, because everybody had grown, they'd watched her children grow up.
Yeah.
And
literally.
and so, you know, for then me to come in, but I think if you were to honestly think, like, if you were to look at my social media, for instance, and you were to look a little bit at my life, you would see it made a lot of sense. And why I was the chosen one.
And I felt like I communicated that too with my community. Was like, I did, like, when I shut down, I got inundated, honestly, with people who wanted to buy it from all over the world. And I was like, I always said to Danny, it's not what I'm about. I don't want to just hand it to someone random. I
Sure.
don't know, whatever. Like, it means more to me than that. It's my baby, right? I'd rather just let it sit. So then when these guys contact me, I'm like, this makes so much sense. Like, Nadia's a, like, true, genuine customer. So it's like, it's way more genuine than someone just coming and going, yeah, I'll buy that and see if it works out and
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. I would imagine your customers would have loved that too.
Yeah,
You
totally.
know, it's like almost
yeah.
staying within the family.
Yeah, yeah.
And
big
I was so
time.
intimidated by her. I remember I came and met with her at her husband's office, and she looked cool as fuck. And
Shit, what was I
she's
wearing?
I know, you looked so cool. And I was like, I walked in, and you had your legs up on the desk, and
Oh.
you were like, so tell me what's
That's
what's your vision, right?
Oh, that's fucked.
You're like,
She
what's
asked you what your vision
what's your
was?
vision? And
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, oh my gosh, she's so fucking cool. And I was like, okay, so these are the notes I've made on my phone. And then you were just like, yes, love that, yes. And
Oh my
I was
gosh,
like,
Had you already?
I'm not that full on.
I was
Were you just
Sound
fucking
like
with
I'm
her?
some bad bitch.
Well, you were just fucking with her, right?
she's the baddest.
Right.
She
It
was, no,
sounds like I was.
Did you already know that she was the one, but you just wanted to like kind of like test it?
even when
It's
we
making
were,
it sound that way.
No, we were like negotiating the deal and everything, and I'd kind of come to her with an offer, and at one point, I think it was a few days later, you started sharing all these links with me, these Dropbox links, and I sent her a message, and I was like, "Is this a yes? Because I'm fucking
Oh,
dying."
yeah,
Like,
I do remember that. I do remember that. I was like, oh,
I've
shit,
never felt
yeah.
like, I know I'm a mum and everything, but I've never felt such purpose as I do with this brand, and so yeah, it was,
And I loved that. Like, I could tell how much it meant to her, and that was just the best in the world.
yeah.
That would be, I mean, obviously for you, just so gratifying that you're passing on your baby to
Oh my God, big
like another
time.
mother who's going
Yep.
to care for it as much
Yep.
as you.
Yep.
And you spoke about purpose. And purpose is like one of the most important things to have in life, right? Otherwise, fuck,
Yeah.
you kind of slowly die on the inside, right?
Well, I've always been surrounded by creatives, and so whenever I've worked places and I've run businesses, it's always been running someone else's business. And I've never felt I had it in me to create to have an idea. Like if you give me an idea, I will take it and I'll fucking run with it and I'll make it amazing. It's going to be great. But the inception of the idea is
I have a podcast idea.
I have so many ideas. So
did you know we're filming a podcast? Oh shit! Sorry, I probably should have told you.
I wondered why I was here and why you plied me with
This feels weird, guys.
But so for me, I don't think I could have come up with that concept myself, and maybe I could have, but probably not. But the ideas that came from what she had built after that and where I was going to take it and the things that I was going to do and things that maybe I had access to as well that, Jess and I run in kind of different circles. And
you now become her Danny.
100. Oh my God, I'm your Danny.
Paying it forward.
Daddy? Did you say daddy?
Daddy. Yeah, you call her daddy. Will I get sued for saying that?
Oh, yeah, great podcast.
I mean, call them daddy. Call them they daddy.
So, yeah, that was cool for me because I was like, you know what? I didn't have this idea, but if I was going to own my own business, this is the perfect thing. It is, I am the customer. I do have the skills and anything I haven't had, I've learned and I've loved it. So
did you give her like those really shitty insights into how you created this business, like the stuff that no one wants to hear?
I don't know.
The hard stuff.
There was a lot of times when you said, if I can do it, anybody can.
Yes, I did say that, and I still believe that.
That did feel easier than it's been. But
the reason I love her is because like last night we were chatting about something to do with sales and sending out emails and shit, and I was like, yeah, you got to do this and you got to do that, and it was constant whatever, and like whenever I could I would jump on like a webinar about learning something about Shopify or whatever, and she's like, well, actually I'm currently on a webinar right now learning about
it was website conversion.
See, actually we're talking about web, and I was like, see, like she's all over it, and I love that. Like,
like put my kid to sleep and
because that's what it's about. It's literally you can't stop thinking about it. It's something you have to continuously work on, and unlike. Like I was doing it full time. Like for Nadia, she's got a 9 to 5. So it's a lot harder for her in a lot of ways because she'll do her day shit and then come home and have to do it and give it that same energy, which is exhausting.
And I didn't put my kid on a routine like your kids. Your kids have a good routine.
I was always a psycho with routine because I was running the business alone and Danny was never there. I was a psycho. I was like, bedtime, bang, like see you later.
If there isn't that routine with that,
I needed it.
That's going to fall apart.
Because otherwise I couldn't have run the business because we didn't have family help. The kids were too, like when they were newborns, they're too little for daycare, obviously. But as soon as they weren't, I was like,
bye-bye.
So let me ask you this question. And I think this is really important. And I talk about this with a lot of my friends about how important that time, that very short window of time you have with your child, right? Before they go to school, they become influenced by other people and they no longer want to hang out with you. And that's the time that you no longer really have a way of instilling morals and whatnot into them to help them, move forward. For you guys right now, especially coming out of the business and now kind of like spending that time with them.
100%.
I'll ask you this question first. Do you feel like you've got some lost time to make up for?
Yes. So it's a constant guilt I live with, and I say this to my husband all the time. Like I was in survival mode raising my kids.
How long was that for? Like for that whole period before?
I had the business for 7 years. So I would say 7 years. Like, and obviously being an e-com owner, like Christmas, it's my busiest time. I couldn't do the magical Christmas shit with my kids because I'm thinking about what sale I'm going to run and then Boxing Day going live and my average cart order and all that shit that instead I should be thinking about fucking Santa cookies, and I wasn't, like
little Santa cookies.
Exactly.
Ho ho ho, baby.
Didn't you make like ho 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 homie?
Yes, and I made I made Christmas pajamas for the family and like wrapping paper, and so my head was always in a million places. So there's definite daily guilt I live with, and like we've got 2 kids. My husband's Lebanese. Like we're a disappointment in the Lebanese community because I've only got 2 kids. I should have 100. His grandfather hates me.
100 kids.
So like we always thought we'd have more kids, and then when we're like running the businesses, I'm like, no, I'm done. Like I can't do more and possibly do all of this.
What's your nationality?
I'm Serbian.
Serbian, okay.
Yeah. So, so huge guilt all the time. So that's why when everyone asks me now, like, well, what are you doing now? I'm like helping my husband a little bit in his business, but being a mum. And it's so, so nice and rewarding to be able to like be at school pickup. And if they've got shit on at school, I can drop everything and be there, where previously I couldn't, or even if I was there physically, I was so not present because I'm like on Shopify, working out emails, like so distracted. And again, looking at my friends who are living such a different reality of being a mum, and I'm like, am I doing this for the right reasons? I always kind of question that. So
do they understand what you were doing back then?
I feel like they understood it just as I sold it, which is so sad. But what was amazing, and will literally live rent-free in my mind forever, was when my daughter was in kindergarten, they asked me to come in for book week and read A, B to Jay-Z. And like, I've never seen my daughter more proud in her life. I gave her all the kids a book at the end, like I read my book to the class and I was like, this is cool. And they did this whole exercise based on A, B to Jay-Z, and like Ice Cube was up on the wall. And like, my kids go to a Catholic school. I have Jesus in the book. So I was like, have they actually read this book? Shit.
Has he been taken out, by the way?
Nah, hell no.
He's still there.
It's a scary time now. The kids hip-hop
I know,
brand.
let's not talk about it. Shh. But yeah, so that was like the best ever.
Do you notice?
Yeah.
Do you notice things about their personality that you feel like may not have been there had you been there? Or do you feel like
I'd like to think so.
They don't swear as much as I would expect.
Oh, I swear so much.
If they spend more time with you.
Holy shit.
Oh, shots fired. There he goes. I can hear the gate closing.
She's like,
You know, he
"I'm not
talks about
answering it."
gatekeeping.
Yeah,
She's dead to me now.
Questions anymore.
That's it. Rest in peace, your relationship.
So yeah, I'd like to think so. And I also love that they've grown up in an environment where they've seen me do shit for myself. They used to come on the photo shoots, be in the photo shoots, and like, what a cool thing to say. And like, again, in that moment when I read the book at my kid's school, she was like, my mum made all these books, and like their little pictures when I had them were, my books were dedicated to them. So I had the illustrator draw their faces. So it was like dedicated to Lola and Val.
Yeah.
So like they see all that and grew up, and like they ask a lot of questions still to this day, and like, what are you going to do now, and whatever. But I'm pumped one day for them to come to me with some crazy idea they want to do, and I'm going to be like, do it.
Yeah.
You know, like just start.
Yeah,
and I'll help you.
Our kids spent the weekend together, and my daughter recognised her kids from the book.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
okay,
A lot
cool.
of kids, like when I used to get the reading videos of them reading the books, they'd start with like Lola and Val, and it's so cute.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
Love that.
And what about yourself? Like, how are you? I mean, now that this is, it's almost like you are watching her begin that journey. Are you giving her advice on that aspect of the business as opposed to just business advice?
We mainly talk about Chris Brown and
and like hot black guys.
yeah, we kind of
Fair enough.
you cut
So
that out?
why I started the brand?
No, Danny's going to hear that.
Oh, he knows all
we,
sides of
we
me.
We mainly just send each other thirst traps, but
100%.
no, like I like one of the best parts about this business for me has been our friendship, and like I feel like we talk all day, and she gives, like, she's been a mom for longer than me, and we're roughly the same age, and you know we've lived kind of different lives, but she I think she schools me on a lot of things, and
does it's Amira, right? Amira, your daughter.
Amira, yeah.
And is she aware of this business that you're about to?
she's so proud.
She's excited.
She's so proud,
So
and she's
cute.
been in some
I
of the
get free
shoots.
clothes.
Yeah, well, she's been in some of the shoots, and
Awesome.
and the first shoot that we did, you know, like when we brought out those hats, for instance, like I got Jess and her kids in that shoot.
Oh, sick.
So everybody saw that we actually know each other in real life, and the children played together, and her, like, you could see the support in that shoot, and it was really nice kind of handover in that way. But yeah, she's my daughter's stoked. She loves
So
doing the
cute.
photo shoots.
Yeah.
And she feels very special.
I think that's important to include them, right?
100.
Because I feel like having a kid shouldn't mean that you stop doing your life. That little human should complement your life.
100%.
Because, you know, it's your life, and they're going to basically base all of their core values and
They'll
how
remember this.
Yeah. And it'll be the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Like, how amazing
So
that you
cool.
guys are doing the coolest thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Compared to most
And hopefully one
parents.
day they read the books to their kids. Like
Oh,
it's
dude,
cool,
yeah,
you
it
know?
would be so cool.
Yeah.
There's almost like a generational brand that you've built. Isn't that crazy?
I'd love
That's
to
pretty
think so,
fucking
yeah.
crazy.
That's what I like to think too, like with the older school people we put in the books. It's like you're teaching a whole new generation of that era of hip hop and R&B too. Like we're obviously growing up on a very different era of it now, but you're teaching your kids about artists they never would have known about.
Sure.
So it's cool. They're learning their names, and that's why in the past when we've had artists in the book repost shit like Snoop Dogg and that, because like it's
serious?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
mad.
little kids who are learning their name, and like who would
course.
never know them otherwise. So it's cool.
Okay, I've got a question that I'm dying to ask you guys. And I have a I want to say a controversial perspective on this. Black rappers.
Incredible.
Okay. Incredible, but also extremely toxic human beings.
Where is this going?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's just going in a way where, okay, so you are you have a brand that's very heavily influenced by black rappers, and it's promoted to children as well too.
Yeah.
How do you mitigate what these black rappers do in their personal lives that your children are reading about and celebrating, i.e., Mr. West?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how like
I feel like if you're marketing to the right crowd, like i.e. me or you, like I'm such a fan of the culture and everything about it that I know by reading this book to my kid about Kanye, they're not actually taking on what's happening in the world, really. I'm not taking it that seriously and that deep.
Sure.
I mean, I'm probably a bit too relaxed to maybe answer this question.
I think
But there'll be a point where they will delve into
One day, yeah. And it
know.
is, like Nadia touched on before, it's a scary time to like have a brand in the space, like obviously with Diddy and all that shit.
yeah, it was
But
lucky like, you know, when I
Is D Diddy, by the way? Or
no.
is it P?
no.
Is P Puff Daddy? What do you call him in the book? Is he in the book?
Oh, he's not in Able to Jay-Z, but he's in other books.
Is under J
Yeah.
for Johnson & Johnson? Or?
No, he was like
We're bringing out a range of baby oil.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Ooh, imagine that.
Heard it here first.
Honestly. You know what? There's a
Yeah.
market for everything.
There is.
No, it is a scary time, and like I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but there was a book that like I didn't buy the stock, like Jess had kind of sold through, but there were leftovers of a book that I thought I'll keep
The
and
dark version of
Yeah,
ABZ.
it's
and it was awesome. It was a like kind of like a Where's Wally of
All right.
of hip hop, and what I loved
It's like one scene's Coachella, one scene's whatever it's called,
Right.
but one scene's a Diddy White Party.
yeah, there's a double page spread of a Diddy White Party
with
That's
Cassie
awesome.
and Diddy.
Are you serious? Oh my
and
God.
it's amazing, and
It's so good. It's
and
kind of
yeah,
age
so
well.
I inherited 17,000 copies of that book, and I had to go, shit, I don't think I can put that out because
Or
I
can
mean
you?
everything's like a glimpse in the time, you know, that it came out. I think the Kanye thing is scary. I think Kanye has always been Kanye,
Yeah.
right? But he has
He's
lately,
a genius.
He's a genius,
Genius.
and we've
there's no doubt.
No
and we've
hate.
accepted him in his form for the longest time, right? And it hasn't been a problem. I think anything that delves into misogyny or racism or you know, things like that can be a bit daunting for me in this space.
It's always going to
but-
trigger a select group of people for sure, no matter
Yeah.
what you
100%.
do or say.
Yeah.
But there was something I think you said to me, like there was something you wrote somewhere. It was like you could be, you know, you could be the juiciest peach ever, but some people don't like peaches, right? Like, so like
Put that in the book.
yeah.
The
do a
adult
book about
version.
peaches.
The
So,
adult version of the book.
So yeah, you know, like we're not for everybody, and that's totally fine. There's something for everyone.
But I kind of love that though.
Yeah.
I love not
Your
being
niche.
for everybody.
Your niche.
Yeah, I don't want to be for everybody.
100%.
So I think the right people will get it, and the people that don't.
Yeah.
And we've definitely had that over the years, or I have definitely, where there's been people that just don't agree with the brand. That's cool. I'm not your people, and that's fine.
Yeah. Is it because it's just R&B? They don't like R&B music?
Yeah, and they
or-
don't agree with like
like the
having,
homie
you know,
aspect
like
of it?
one of the numbers books was like Nicki Minaj is going to feed her pet anaconda with 2 buns. And it's like, but it's a fun picture, but it's funny, right?
That's
so
awesome.
we're writing it for the parents. It goes over the kid's head. It's kind of like, and I've always said this, it's kind of like Pixar movies. There's so many underlying jokes for
Yeah, for
parents
adults,
in
for
those
sure.
movies that go completely over a kid's head.
You know what?
And it's
if
exactly
you go
like
on
that.
YouTube there's actually a history of YouTube channels that were designed for children that were made by pedophiles.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
And,
and all that
YouTube's
Mickey
terrible.
Mouse, Walt Disney shit. Apparently, he was a
Oh, my
pedophile.
God.
Like, you could go on forever about this
100%.
shit. You
It's
know,
all,
Yeah.
it's all a period of time, and
Everyone's offended these days.
everyone,
everyone, and it's
we can't be for everybody.
And there's always going to be a cancel culture too, and I learned that heavily. Like, fuck, you just can't please everyone, and the quicker I got okay with that, the better.
Yeah.
So
How do you deal with, like, okay, so I would imagine like Lil Homie's targeted towards a particular audience, much like other brands in Australia. I won't mention the brands, but there are other brands that are targeted to particular audiences. And, you know, as society gets more sensitive and, you know, easily offended and whatnot, like, how do you stick with that niche and not be swayed by society?
I think the minute you give it a response or a reaction is when you're like, you give it time and energy. Just don't respond. I think that was the biggest lesson I
But not too
learned.
for some people as well too, because it can be
Like, you're just
quite traumatizing.
you're becoming them by
Yeah.
responding, and I think you learn that quickly too. It's like the more energy and time you give them, the more you pump them up, and it's like ignoring them burns them even more.
100%.
Is my
No
theory,
response
but I
is a
don't know how you
response,
would
right?
deal with
I
it.
agree with that. Like, I feel like I'm not for everybody, so I get it. I get it.
Hey, we're not pizza.
I don't love
We're not
everybody either.
Prosecco.
So.
This is really nice, by
How
the way.
good is
I
it?
never drink Prosecco.
You're welcome.
You know what? When we did the wine episode, the boys basically told me anything subpar a certain amount, don't even touch. So I've gone from like buying cheaper
Oh, now you're
wine-
buying like sick wine.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I'm glad we
because-
came after that episode.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
no, exactly.
This is
and that's
great.
this nice. And I think it ruins your impression of wine when you go for the cheaper shit. And you just
Yeah.
go,
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't like wine, because you grow up on it as a kid. Well, not a kid, but a teenager, and you're buying the cheap shit,
Yeah.
right? Maybe I need
I
it.
don't know. Controversial, but red wine tastes like poison.
Oh, you couldn't pay me to drink
Okay,
red wine.
so
Ugh.
I got a Chianti.
No.
I've never heard of it.
Oh,
Aside
yes.
from Hannibal Lecter
Yeah.
eating it with the liver and fava beans,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard of a Chianti.
Is it a type of red wine?
It's
I
a
wouldn't
type
even
of red.
know.
Well, the
Yeah.
one that I got was an Italian red. I used to, if I ever drank red wine, it would be like a Grigio or something like that. Something
Yeah.
light. That thing is awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this from the Prosecco region of France?
Yeah, like, yeah, you know, like the North Prosecco. I'm just going to press stop. Okay, all right. Now, there is a question I want to ask that I don't know if I'm allowed to ask, and it was actually the reason that I thought this would be a really cool conversation, and it is about your book and the controversy that came with your book.
This was not on the list of questions that we were allowed to answer.
It actually was. But just stop me now. If you can't talk about it or don't want to
can
talk
touch
about
on it, yeah.
let's just touch on it. So the book is called AB to Jay-Z.
Brilliant name.
Great name. Such
So
a great
good.
name.
So good.
Apparently somebody had a problem with that. I can't imagine.
So when we started, we obviously got all our like legal ducks in a row. And in Australia, there's no such thing as personality rights, where in America there is.
Oh, wow. What is a personality, right?
So I guess like the trademark of someone's like name and that
okay.
kind of thing, right?
Well, you can use likeness as long as it's for educational purposes.
And this is what's incredible. If it's an educational purpose, you're sweet. So I was like, teaching kids about hip hop. So yeah, we obviously spoke to lawyers and stuff beforehand. Business was running along fine. Obviously gained a lot of traction overnight, and then in the forthcoming months. And I remember it was like January, and we get a call. I was in Queensland on holiday with Danny and Lola. We get a call from like New York, and it was like Nas and his business partner, and they wanted to bring us out to New York to meet, potentially buy the brand. We're like, what? And like, it's just like the craziest story. And I'm so upset that at the time, like, documenting your journey wasn't more of a thing, because there was just so much cool shit that happened. And then, yeah, like we're like literally on Skype with Nas in our tiny little dark, dingy unit in Manly with my daughter just in a nappy playing with toys going, shut up. So crazy. Mind you, my blonde, blue-eyed daughter, she gives no street cred to the name Lil Homie. I was like, where's your like Lebo Serbian jeans, chick? But yeah, so yeah, crazy. Went over there, met with Universal Music, met with Nas, like had a crazy time. Signed NDAs, all that kind of stuff. So I won't go into detail, but
only say what you can.
Yeah. And then we arrived back home to a letter from Jay-Z and his legal team essentially like suing us for his likeness. So we don't know if that was ever related or not.
Did it start with, yo, it's your boy. I got a problem with your book.
I wish it started like that. Makes for a way cooler story.
Oh my God, sorry, I just had to interject. Okay, so Jay-Z has sent you a legal letter. Just
a standard black and
that's
white.
it. Was it from J&B?
Sean Carter.
Oh, damn.
The big guns.
Yo, me and B, we got a problem with your book.
Well, that's the thing, right? Beyonce was in all my shit.
Oh, seriously?
Never touched me.
Is she the B?
She's she's the Q, Queen Bee. No.
That's 2 letters. Who's A?
Aaliyah.
A is Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
No, original was Akon. Wait.
Sorry, my middle name is Aaliyah, so it's now Aaliyah.
Oh my God, you're confusing me.
Okay, this is
The original was
be
no.
Aaliyah.
The original was A bit of Jay-Z. The original was A is for Akon.
Okay, A is for Akon. Okay,
Yeah.
this is how bad.
Because that was another thing too, sorry. When we made the book, we put it for public vote, which again created a lot of conversation around the book and hype, which helped. So we did a voting system for each letter.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of like hip-hop like battles and conversations of people going back and forth. So it got people invested in the journey in the book, which again in turn helped sell it. And it was also a nice part to kind of say, well, it wasn't really us who decided it was the people. If people didn't, because obviously it's going to be so controversial who we choose for each letter. There's going to be some hardcore, heavy, old school, deep hip hop R&B fans that want someone really obscure and niche where you're like, come on, I'm selling a book to the masses. It can't be like,
Yeah, when I edited it, because, I wanted to update it.
Oh, so you had to update it?
Well, I
updated a few
anyway,
things. It made sense.
Yeah, I updated a few in there, and there's like F was for Fat Man Scoop, and I fucking hate that song.
No, that was no. F is for 50 Cent. Oh, sorry, that did change. So 50 went to Fat Man for legal
Fat Man
reasons.
Scoop, and I'm like
50 put on some weight.
Yeah. I hate that song,
50 turned into a $20
bill. So I changed it, and I think I changed it to the Fugees, and I remember
Isn't it the Fugees? Wouldn't they be T?
I mean,
semantics
Pharrell was
here, come
P.
on
We're
now.
not being phonetical.
Yeah.
Let's just chill.
So
Kids' book.
Sorry, I get a little bit funny about that.
See, you're one of those people that
I am
voted
one of
that were
those people,
intense.
yeah,
I'm glad you
yeah.
didn't vote.
it doesn't really teach a child.
I did, and it didn't go through.
I'd
I got
blocked you early
vetoed.
on.
Yeah, you blocked me before. I was like,
But yeah, like the designer had to have a talk to me and say, when we first did this, people had opinions on this stuff, and I was like, I don't care, I hate that song. And then Fat Man Scoop died that week, and I was like, do I have
another F?
like, did I do the wrong thing? What happens with the
Did I
next
kill
person?
Fat Man
You killed Fat Man Scoop.
I didn't, but I took him out.
You heard it here first. It's Final
I love the
Destination, A bit of
Fugees.
Jay-Z style.
I felt
That's probably why he died, because he didn't make the book.
100%.
Yeah, I took Lizzo out of the book, but I feel like she.
Why did you take Lizzo out of the book? Because of the controversy thing, or
No,
who's L now?
she wasn't L.
No,
and that's-
okay, so this is the
yeah.
controversy.
Let's go back to Jay-Z.
Okay, before we continue,
Stressful.
okay, I want to drag out the controversy. Before we continue the controversy, this is like my old man mind has forgotten the alphabet. So I pulled up the alphabet and I want to know,
Oh, shit, I couldn't tell
I
you. off
want to
the top
know
of my head.
who is
We should have bought a
who.
book.
I know.
Yeah, why didn't
We
you?
should have- I
So
know.
shit of us.
Anyway,
We should have
okay.
bought a book.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're going to start. So I want to know who of these letters, okay, from your book
Yeah.
and then your book.
Uh-huh.
All
I
right?
should be able to remember this.
Let's just like one or the other.
I should be able to remember
Okay,
the
yeah,
OG.
let's kill 2 birds. All right, A.
Akon, and then it was Aaliyah.
Akon Aaliyah. Okay, cool. B.
Biggie.
Biggie.
Okay. C.
Coolio.
Yeah.
D.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Okay. E.
Eminem.
Eminem.
No, Easy E. It was Easy E. We use Eminem as Slim Shady. Because Eminem could be Eminem could be Slim
Marshall
Shady,
Mathers.
Marshall Mathers.
Yeah,
Yes, no, we did Eazy-E. We did.
Okay, cool.
Are you sure?
Promise, definitely.
I
Because
need
it
to
was
check my new book.
definitely Slim Shady.
You better check that rewrite.
I just felt like
No,
possible I
sorry.
felt
He
like
was Marshall
Eazy-E
Mathers
was-
because S was Snoop Dogg.
Wait, can you like change it every now and then?
We
Yeah,
did.
well, I mean,
I
you
did
did.
2 updates, and then you've done
Yeah, I've
another
done
update.
an
So there's
update.
kind of been 3 versions.
Yeah,
so updates
I
are
feel like
pretty
it's
expensive, I
Eminem.
would imagine, right?
Yeah.
You can't just do it as.
And then
as
you got to be
rappers come out.
careful as like, because then are you selling, which version are you selling? And then you got to remember how much stock you're sitting on. So do we sell through that first? And whatever.
How did you go with the Lils? There's so many Lils.
We got Lil Wayne.
Well,
You would've
Lil
struggled.
Wayne was W.
Yeah.
We just went with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are so confusing. All right. This is probably why I'm
But
terrible
like,
at
what 1-year-olds questioning this? They're
No
not.
one.
They're just looking at the pictures.
Just look at that picture
Don't
of
get-
him on the beach.
it. Okay. I'm
Laid
just
in
a
the
hip hop
sand.
head from way back
Yeah.
and I've got my guys. Okay. So F.
Well,
50, but then
50.
he came out for Fat Man Scoop.
Okay.
and then I've
Apologies.
got Fuji's
You got
Yeah.
Fuji's. All right. G.
The game.
game.
Okay. And,
No, game.
all right. H.
MC Hammer.
Not mine.
No.
Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle.
No, it was Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
Wait.
And I was going to take him out because Nipsey starts with N, and then
No, I think the
didn't-
original was MC Hammer because I remember the illustration in my head.
Yeah.
And then we changed it for Nipsey.
Yeah, so now I've got Nipsey, but when I updated it, we've memorialized him. He's got a little halo.
Mm.
Right. Well, I guess you've got the ability to put the rappers that you don't put in the book onto merch, right?
Other things.
Correct.
Can like please everybody.
It's you could go on, yeah.
Okay. I,
Ice Cube.
of course. J.
J. Cole.
I don't think I've got J. Cole.
We had J. Cole.
Wait a minute. It's AB to Jay Z.
Jay-Z said.
He was there.
Oh.
Mm.
Anyway, J Cole's cool.
Yeah,
K.
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Okay. L.
Hello, Cool J.
hmm Do you know, I posted a thing at LL.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I posted a picture of LL in the book on his birthday, and he reposted it.
Oh, yeah.
So good. Mhm.
The girl is on standby waiting just to say hi. M.
I want to say Marshall Mathers. Yeah, Marshall Mathers, definitely.
Marshall Mathers.
Because S was Snoop Dogg.
But most kids wouldn't know him of that. Oh, but I guess you don't really.
Is a 1-year-old questioning this? No. The parents, though?
Struggling, guys.
We're
All right.
writing this for the parents.
All right, N.
Nas.
Nas.
Had to be,
You
right?
sticking with Nas?
Mm.
Okay. Because a lot of these rappers, even the adults,
Mm.
the new adults,
Mm.
they
You're
probably don't
scaring
know
me.
all
I
these.
feel like I needed to study my own book.
Are you going to like update it to like
Oh, I can't believe we didn't bring a book. Such
the
a waste
fresh?
of
I know.
opportunity.
You know what?
Could have had an
I
open book test.
had
Can you
the-
like AI it into this podcast?
Well, I got this. Well, I got it into Google.
Oh.
So O.
Oh,
Outcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
P.
Pharrell. But everyone's like, it doesn't sound like P. But yeah, Pharrell.
But it is a P.
Mm.
Nonetheless. Q.
Queen
So
B.
you said Queen B, but I've got Queen Latifah.
Yeah, you must have changed Beyonce.
Moni
We had,
in the middle.
yeah, we had Queen B.
Yeah. Latifah would have been great. R.
Run DMC.
Of course. S.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop.
Okay. T.
Tupac.
Of course.
It could have been like anyone, right? U.
Usher.
Usher's not a rapper.
Well,
Oh,
R&B
you're doing hip hop.
vibe. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Relax. You are literally one of those annoying people who voted.
I'm a purist. Look at my
I can
collection.
tell, honestly.
Look at my collection of hip hop. It's MF Doom. It's like the legit guy. Anyway,
But if I made your book, I reckon I would have sold 5.
you reckon?
Yeah, and you would have bought
I
all
would've
5
bought
of
all
them.
And just gone, no, oh my God. I
So
need to correct
thanks.
this. Okay. Where did we end up?
V, I think, is next.
T-U-V.
Who
V.
was you?
Vanilla
Usher.
Ice.
Yeah,
Yes.
Vanilla Ice.
Okay, so you're sticking some white boys in there.
Yeah, we have to, right?
Well,
You got to be inclusive.
Eminem's
Got
in
busted for only having one girl in it. Hammered for that.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's why we put in. That's
But
why
you know
we
what I
got Latifah.
noticed? No trans rappers.
Def's not.
See, the T
No.
could have been they, them.
Oh, shit.
You missed an
Let's just add some
opportunity.
extra controversy.
You
Just
missed an
controversy.
opportunity.
I could be completely wrong about this.
Okay.
Is it possible that Doja Cat is non-binary?
Surely.
Because
But that's not
if
trans.
they are,
Okay.
they're
But
in the
it's-
numbers book now.
Yeah, I was about to. Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Well, yeah.
That's awesome.
She had kittens.
Love.
Yeah, are you
How
going to
many?
do like the LGBTQ community?
You know, I was
Plus-
thinking about it today.
sorry,
I was
plus
thinking
as
because
well.
it's Pride Week has started now, and I was trying to think about who I've got, and Latifah's in the book.
Lil Nas.
Lil Nas would
Need
be
to get
dope, but
Kalani in there.
Kalani. Oh, we wouldn't watch Kalani. I'm pretty
She's
sure that
awesome.
we're in the LGBTQ.
I'm still watching Kalani.
If you weren't, you are now.
And
It's raining men.
we have so we got to
Do we say V?
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla.
Vanilla Ice.
W.
Little Wayne.
Wayne
Again. Okay. X.
exhibit.
Exhibit.
Yeah, but you had somebody else.
DMX. No,
You had
it was
DMX,
Exhibit.
and I made it Exhibit.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It was DMX into Exhibit.
Because Exhibit makes
No,
more sense.
it was Exhibit. Exhibit was OG, and then we must have done DMX as an update.
And then
when
I
he
went back
died.
to Exhibit.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No,
Well, that's
Exhibit
good.
was definitely
We're on the
OG
same
because that
wavelength.
was, yeah, go.
Y.
Yeezy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've changed it to Yay.
To Yay, of course. And Z.
Jay-Z.
So
Oh,
she had
you'd have to
Jay-Z.
do
And that's when we changed it to Lizzo after the whole
Yeah,
drama.
and then I've changed it to Zendaya, who does have R&B
Talk to me about your
tracks.
feelings about that.
No, but listen, she had songs out. She's done a
Wait, I need
Wait.
more wine.
I mean, at least it's a Z word, right?
So I was throwing up between.
You were throwing up because you felt sick about it?
No,
I'm actually going to throw up now.
no. Zendaya is big in pop culture at the moment, for one, but also she's done tracks with Chris Brown. She has done R&B tracks, and then she had a great movie come. She had a movie come out.
You've got all these
Hold tight.
amazing
Now, what
hip-hop
else I
artists.
saw-
I
and
know,
you've
she
thrown-
probably sees her name in that and she's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Now hold tight. I also thought about putting in Jeanne. Okay. My concern was A, it's obscure, but B, phonetically it's difficult for a child. So I was really thinking for educational purposes. Now I would like to know who you would put as a Z.
Yeah,
if you
give
had
us
to.
your
You know what?
woke A beta Jay-Z.
Fuck
Are you
the
going to do
woke.
the same Google,
Fuck the work.
the
I'm going to
Google search
Google
that I did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to Google rappers. Let's start. with
Oh, we
Z.
did this. Far out.
Mhm.
Been there.
I need a Jamie, like on Joe Rogan.
Like a B of Jamie.
Oh, I just got rappers A to Z,
Did you get the book A-B to Jay-Z? Because that's
Yeah.
what happened to me as well.
which is great. Here we go. Rapology.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's
No,
tough.
but you're the fan. You should know without Googling.
I am the fan, but I'm also, off the top of my head, I'm not really thinking straight. Hence why I'm using this. But
Easy to judge, isn't it?
that's it. I am editing you out of this episode. Literally, I'm just going to halve the screen. People are like, why is there silence when oh, come on, give me a Z, somebody.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Really hard, but so polarizing too. Like everyone's got such big opinions on it.
Come on, high snobiety. Give me something. Oh God. They just give me the A to Z, but they're not really. I mean, look, according to your logic, it could have been Easy-E as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's why I changed it.
But he's a
Lizzo-
double E. He's born to be E.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got a Z.
Lizzo
What about
was
2
diff-
Chains?
Yes.
Oh, no, no.
that could have happened. Yes.
Yeah,
True.
And we did an MBA book and had the same theory on the letters. Like you'll see if you read it, if there's a letter in the name, it just became that because it became too hard.
Oh, actually, you know what?
O is for Michael Jordan.
N is for, yeah.
And this G-Eazy, Gucci Mane. It's
Yeah, it was
Some
it was
were
hard.
really close, and it's like.
But the thing
shit.
is, the point of the book is to teach children the letters, right? So
No, I disagree.
no.
The point of the book is
see,
to
you're
make
one of those people.
parents feel happy about reading the same book 50 times
While
over and over.
teaching the
While
children
teaching
the
the
letters.
kids, yes.
So yeah, so
Agree.
when I saw Lizzo and I was like, kind of, I see where you're going with that. It's the sound, but I thought I'll just change it up.
No, it
And
makes sense.
Mummy, why does Snoop Dogg have all these girls around him and why are they collecting money for him?
Basically.
Yeah. Well, he did it.
Mummy.
And that was the other cool thing. You had done it for that particular period. And I think the last update was when Snoop had his rebrand to Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion, yeah.
And so I had to go back and go, no.
Is that for tax purposes, you reckon?
Surely.
Do you reckon his hoes are getting taxed? Oh, what about Wiz Khalifa? There's a Z in it.
Yeah.
I'm just literally going by your logic with a letter in the
Well,
name.
it could just be
It doesn't have
anything,
to
right?
start.
It
Yeah,
should have been
well,
W, really. So.
All right. I can see your dilemma, and
You're
I
going to
can
think about
see
this at night, aren't you?
I do. I can see. I'm going to wake up and text you guys.
Why didn't you do this person? Yeah, it
No,
literally
look,
was like what we had for.
I get it. I get it. I concede, and I get it. It's not easy.
No.
And you have to make it, like you said, phonetically easy for kids to be able to say
Whilst
it as
being
well.
commercial enough to a degree
100%.
as well. You know,
you could probably
annoyingly.
make a really super niche hip hop book with all those like Common and, Redman, those names.
Yeah.
That maybe only 2 people might know.
But the other thing is, like, we made playlists of all the tracks. Like, one of the things that I did was find all the clean versions of the tracks, and we put them in order, and you could
You
listen
found a clean
to the
version of Fat Man Scoop?
No, I took Fat Man Scoop the fuck out of the book.
And then he died.
All the chicken heads could be quiet.
Mommy, what's fucking tonight? Is that like chicken tonight?
No, but there are, I can't remember which ones, but there are a couple of tracks in there that were tough.
You just can't,
But
it's just beep, beep.
So
Jesus, you're such a fucking hoe. I love it. Like, how do you explain that?
I mean, that wasn't the one that we chose, but so yeah, you can enjoy the tracks with your kids. And,
Sure.
And Amira's really loved that. She now knows all the songs that she's actually reading about in the books, and I tested all of those out on her, and she was already a big fan of A-B to Jay-Z and the Numbers one as well. So she knew. So it was good.
Can I ask a question? Do you find out like the demographic of nationalities that buy your product?
You get all that data through
You get that
Shopify and stuff. Like you get a lot of interesting data.
Yeah,
on
like where people
What is
are
that
located.
interesting data? Like, I'm curious to know nationalities and cultural.
Oh, sorry. I don't think Shopify pulls
not
nationalities, but it'll pull regions and countries. And it's like,
Where was it the most popular?
It was surprisingly, it was a pretty even split between AU and US, which is wild to me,
Sure.
knowing US is just so much of a bigger beast. And that's why I saw like there's just still so much opportunity, because whenever I found someone that didn't know Little Homie, I got pumped because I'm like, sweet, there's still so much opportunity to
Sure.
sell. But it was definitely like, East Coast, West Coast, like in the US, and like nothing too mind-blowing, but like you'd sell your random book to like Kazakhstan and stuff, and that was like,
I made a sale in
fuck?
Sweden last week.
yeah,
That was
like
really cool.
that's cool. And like we did look at times at doing different like language versions of the book as well, because the Asian market was really big as well, so we're looking at translating, but that became a bit tricky, so we just didn't, because it didn't really do the lyrics justice. So we just left that alone.
I've been a whole new ball game of lawsuit.
Yeah, right. Now we're just butchering the music.
You put the goat up and say, oh, you put the goat in the sorry.
One of the cool
Exactly.
things I'm finding, and I don't know if you see it in the Australian music industry, but there's so much.
We
cool
have a music industry.
Yeah, well,
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
we do our best, but there's so much talent out Western Sydney, and even
Which I'm going to showcase here.
yeah,
Cool.
it's so I'm making and also some of these people they're at like child making age now. You know what I mean? So it's perfect.
Do you know
for me.
Angel? A-Girl?
Yeah.
You need to be hooking up with her, collabing.
Yeah, Ronnie.
You do stuff like that?
Ronnie
like
wrote a
collabs?
track with her a long time ago, but she put out a song a couple years ago that I was obsessed with.
She's incredible.
She's incredible, but there's I heard a track today and I thought it was a Kiwi girl, but she's actually from Sydney. This I think her name's Pania.
Oh. Yeah. She's
like,
great.
They're unreal. Like there's so much amazing R&B and hip hop music coming out of New Zealand as well. And so one of the things that I kind of loved about, the access that I have to up and coming artists and stuff is showing the world Australian R&B and showing what's coming out. And
Would you do collabs with them?
That'd be dope. Like I'm quite good friends with one of the guys that's in Justice Crew.
Okay.
And he's got a dance school here, and so he's got a little kid as well who's been in some of our stuff. So there's some really great Australian music contacts that we have, but I think it would be really cool to show that to the world, and we've got some really great talent coming out of here, and if I've got a bit of a platform to say, here's some Australian R&B on your Friday, like that could be
100%.
dope as well.
Collabs are huge. You know, like I love collabs just in fashion and whatever, but
Mm.
you've got an opportunity there to
Yeah.
like, even though maybe the artist may not wear the product, they might have children in their,
Well,
family that they could
Mm.
probably give that to and say, oh, this is a collab I did with blah, blah, blah.
yeah, and even I'm about to announce kind of like not a collab. What's it called? I'm going to do
Takeover?
I guess a little collab with There's a concert pianist that we're good friends with. You probably know, and she's recently put out a book of R&B and hip hop lullabies. No book, an album of R&B and hip hop
Oh, wow.
lullabies.
Is that Van?
Yeah, Van
Yeah,
Ann.
she's
And so
She helped me buy this piano, by the way.
Oh, cool.
yeah, she's unreal. So
She is.
I went to that with her, and we had a good conversation, and we're going to do a giveaway together. She's touring that. She's in LA at the moment. So her having the R&B version, the lullaby version of Gangsta's Paradise is
Yeah.
dope. Like that's all our vintage.
So you've got some pretty exciting things on the horizon with this whole new venture of resurging and reviving Lil Homie.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Can't stop, won't stop.
This has been a lot of fun.
Grateful.
Yeah. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for asking us.
It was fun.
It's cool. There's so much more I want to talk about, but I think it goes down to even deeper layers.
There's so many layers.
And
You couldn't possibly have the time.
I love to go down to these. My podcasts are averaging like 3 hours because
Yeah.
I just start to go, do you want to come down here with me and just chat? Because like it's interesting to hear. Another reason why I'm doing this is I don't want my guests to just talk about what they're doing. I'd love to hear their perspectives on things that are happening in the world, because I think through hearing different people's perspectives from totally different walks of life, totally different industries, it's just you can kind of like put it together and form more educated opinions. You know, sometimes when you're stuck in one thing,
Yeah,
the
man.
bubble,
Yep.
you just get caught up in that bubble. So I want to ask you, when it comes to, you guys are young mums. I view you guys as young mums.
Oh my God, winning that we're young.
Yeah.
Just feel it.
We sure are.
Yeah, you're young mums.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I meet a lot of young mums, and I probably don't get the chance to talk to them about things like this.
In what
but
kind of capacity do you meet these young mums?
Not like that, unfortunately. No. Just out and about, out and about. How do you guys maintain that old you?
I mean, this
The
is a big
OG
part of
you.
it for me.
The OG you before kids.
I think like the older I get, the less I care about what people think of me, which is like the best part of getting old.
Was that the OG you?
Well, no, it's not about it being the OG me. It's about being a version of myself that I'm kind of unapologetic about.
Right.
You know what I
The
mean?
evolution of
Because the
OG.
young me was kind of not the me I am now at all.
Right. Are there elements of the young you that
Yeah, elements of just being like carefree and whatever for
Sure.
sure. But like, yeah, I just love that I don't really care what people think about me. Not in an arrogant way, but just, like take it or leave it kind
it
of
comes
way.
with age?
Mm.
Yeah, you do.
And obviously Homie was a big part of that, like
Yeah.
Nadia said, like just staying true to who I am. And like, when I had babies, I saw my good friends around me really lose themselves in the process. And I'd always promised myself I never would. And I can genuinely look back and say I didn't. Like I really stuck to me, which I love and I'm proud of.
And how, like in yourself, like how do you guys do that? Like what are things that you implement in your life to just remind yourself of who you were before all of this?
I still have the same playlist.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how music does that, right?
Yeah. Oh, and it
90s
takes you back to a
R&B, just-
I
total
don't know.
time. I think like a big part is working like on spending, as horrible as this sounds, I guess, but spending time away from my kids and like being me. I'm like, I use babysitters every week.
Yeah, that's not horrible at all. It's
Well,
actually
yeah,
terrible.
we go on holidays without
I
our
don't think
kids.
that we got here. Like,
Yeah.
like, do you know how many things we had to do to get
Oh,
My
here?
yeah,
husband's
I thought-
overseas. My kids are with a babysitter right now. Like it's just like doing shit
Which
for
I
me.
appreciate so much.
Oh my
I
God.
really do.
I'll invoice you later. It's fine.
Oh,
but yeah,
shit.
like
I'm kind of
just
doing you a favor. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
grateful.
Yeah.
Doing shit with like without my kids, like just having fun, not worrying about what people my age should be doing.
Because it's important to still do that, right? Because you can get so caught up in being a mom and feeling guilty for, wanting to spend time on yourself, but it's so important that
Yeah.
you still,
Well, that's how you're your best self with your child, right? Like,
yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
I
I
want to see
was-
you happy, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And I try, like, I do have a lot of guilt around, like, I've always had a lot of mum guilt around always working full time and my daughter being in daycare. But if I'm teaching her how to work hard and how to be my own person and then being my best when I'm with her, I think that's best. And the things that I'm not amazing at, I'm outsourcing. We were talking the other day about playing on the floor with your kid.
Oh,
It's
I
like,
hate it.
it's boring as shit sometimes, man.
I've never
But-
played with my kids. Like we were at the park with our kids the other day and
Yeah.
we were talking. They're like, "Mom, come push us." I'm like, "No,
No.
push yourselves."
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so, but it's,
Mummy's talking.
it's just, yeah. But yeah, I think if you're able to be yourself, then you are authentic for your child. And I think as you grow older, like you said about not caring what people think of you, you know, even in the circles that we're in the music industry, I act like I'm in the music industry.
Well,
But like
you are.
I'm on
Sing, go.
you know. So
Drop a verse.
but there's a lot of younger people, and there was one thing that I really noticed, that I was around these people and I felt like, geez, I must be so old. I must be this and that. But then I would realize that they aspired to what I have. You know, I have an incredible relationship. I have a career, and I have assets. If you look at my balance sheet, you know, there are things like that. And I might not have that youth anymore, but I've learned some shit and I've done some shit, and that made me just go, I'm at a good place, and I'm proud of what I've achieved, and so I stopped kind of caring too. And like I said, I'm not for everybody, you know. So
it's hard as a woman to, you know, embrace that as well when you've got literally all eyes on you, all eyes on me, you know, when you open your phone compared to what we grew up on.
But if you look at like Kris Jenner and Demi Moore and whatever has happened to Lindsay Lohan's face, there is so much hope now out there. Like I honestly
Dude,
feel
I saw an
I'm
ad.
pumped.
I saw an ad with her today, and I was like, "You look great."
yeah,
Which
But
one?
I mean,
you can come
it's the one
from
where she's doing the splits or something.
no, Lindsay though.
Lindsay
Yeah,
Lohan.
Lindsay.
She looks incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can come
But
from
she
the
went
depths
from
of despair.
junkie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Like rock bottom.
Yeah.
The dip.
The
The dip, that's exactly it.
That was more like
circle.
the cliff.
But she clawed her way back up, and look at her
she
now.
was like the bottom of the ocean.
So yeah,
She
aging
knew the
is,
Titanic.
aging is scary for women, but it,
Yeah,
it
man.
doesn't have to be, you know.
Yeah, like how do you guys, that was another question I wanted to ask and I didn't get to ask is, it's a man's world, right, when it comes to business, okay? And, you know, I would imagine that a lot of men don't really see women as leaders in the field, and they feel like, oh, we got to help you, you know, you need us, so to speak. How do you navigate through that world? What advice would you give to somebody that is wanting to, you know, basically do what you're doing? They've got an idea, they want to execute it, but again,
Do it. Like there was a point where we had a a digital marketer working for us, and he was getting a percentage of early on a percentage of like profits. That was like he had a profit share and he was doing our ads, whatever. And I remember at one point there was an argument where he didn't believe I should be getting paid a salary. And I was like, huh? Like it was, and I guarantee you, like it comes from a place of me just being like this young mum. Like he just did not agree with that because obviously it was coming out of his payment too, right?
yeah.
And I was just like, fuck that. Like,
Is he older?
No, he was on par. Age was similar.
Yeah, right.
But he was just,
His upbringing,
yeah, I don't know. Just, fuck, I
the
don't
gender
know.
roles are
I know.
But,
I just came from a role in a business where I was reporting to 5 male directors, and you know I grew up with 3 older brothers, so
you know how to handle
I'd
that.
trained for that role my whole life. But honestly, and it's interesting. You've got the Brene Brown there, like. She
Love
talks
Brene
about
Brown.
she talks about like leading with confident vulnerability, and there is something that's in women, and maybe not all women and maybe not all men or whatever, but there is something in women where we can lead with this vulnerability, and you can I think all that stuff is bullshit. I think that like the ceilings that are put on women, all that kind of stuff, you can break through that if you believe it. And there's a bunch of stuff that I was so much better than those men at, and there's a bunch of things that you know what you're doing in the business that you're working in now, that only you can do. And mums, not just women, like mums especially,
We're gangsters at multitasking.
there is
like,
nothing we can't do. Like
I mean, all these men had a mum.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Who most of them worship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean the pay gap, all that stuff is real, but in small business or in other places, you can get and you can move around until you get where you're valued, and so yeah, just do your thing.
it's changing. Like I see it with my daughter and how successful she is in her industry. Albeit in her industry, there are a
What
lot of
does she do?
females. She's a hairstylist.
Yep.
And now she's educating. Now she's sponsored by brands and stuff like that. So
great.
she's branching out of just, the art of styling hair and whatnot, which is great.
Does she do curly?
She actually specializes in curls.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
I'm serious.
Do I
She's
have a job for her?
She's done a teaching course on it, on how to deal with curly hair, because curly hair is a very different hair to deal with compared to straight or wavy. But yeah, I see with her like what she's doing, because she's got a mentor by the name of Nadia Ali Haryanto, who's
Oh yeah,
an
good.
absolute monster in the hair world. Like she is just killed it, and she's worked from nothing to where she is and built such a strong brand. And I'm so grateful that she's taking my
it must
daughter under
feel
her wing.
nice.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I feel sorry for the boys she meets. I do, because it's like I always say to her, I said, Bubs, you shouldn't be considering anyone that's your level or not your level or above. Someone that you can be
that's a given.
inspired by as well, because that's important, right?
Totally.
I mean, I would imagine you're inspired by Danny's
So
drive
much. Yes, so
and what
much.
he, can do for you. And it seems like the two of you, work really beautiful as a team in that way. And Ronnie and yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And I didn't grow up that way. Like I didn't have that kind of confidence, and I see it in them as well. That both of them just pump each other up in like an unbelievable way. And that's something that Ronnie really did with me. That I didn't have the highest self-esteem or the highest confidence, and I'd probably put that ceiling on myself. And while I say I don't need a man or anything like that, having somebody that just tells you you're amazing and you can do anything is you really, after a while, you start to believe it. So yeah, like if I were to give someone advice about finding a partner, just find somebody that tells you that you can do anything,
100%.
and nothing will stop you.
100%.
Or raise your sons to be that person.
100%. Teach them how to use the washing machine and pay bills. That'd be
All
great.
right, my husband's never made a bed in his life. Still love him though.
Yeah.
But he had one of those mums that just did everything for him.
Sure, yeah. Oh God, our conditioning from childhood.
Yeah, crazy. It's so different.
I said to my husband the other day, and he will probably hate me for telling this story, but I was like, do you know how easy it is to register a car now? Like, but remember when you had to go to the RTA
Dude,
and you had to
just do
go
it
to
online.
GIO and you had to get your green slip and
Forget
walk it over,
about it.
and he's just looking at me with a blank face, and I was like, your mum registered your cars for you, didn't she? And he was like, no, tell me your story.
Humour me.
Well, it is. I have to admit, like myself, living on my own, like
Yeah.
I've had to
Learn
learn skills that
Yeah.
my mum didn't teach me. Being in other relationships, obviously I've had to, just wade through that. And there's a lot of stuff that I absolutely suck at, like dusting. I'm not saying that's anyone's.
Do you dust?
Dusting's the
No,
worst.
I would like to say I don't dust. Like with
my
a
God.
feather duster?
Do you have a feather duster?
I feel like my mum used to. That's such an old school thing to have.
It is,
I
but
feel like
on
you
the
just
table.
wipe shit now.
you can't because it gets in the air.
But you've got a lot of stuff to wipe.
do have a lot of
clean,
things.
so
It's
that
really-
stresses me out a little bit. Like all
Yeah.
those keyboards.
Yeah, that's a problem too because you got to touch the keys, and if it's all
Yeah.
dusty, your fingers slip off. Anyway,
Yeah. I don't want to clean this
first world
unit.
problems, right? First world problems.
Champagne problems.
Okay, I would like to know from you guys how or what kind of advice you would give to anybody that's listening, both male and female, about starting this type of a business from nothing, where it's just an idea, just maybe three things, if you can. Whittle it down to three things.
I feel like I had a lot of people over the years ask me this kind of question, like publishing a book, for example, and being
Sure.
like, where do you start? And I would have been that person too. But it's like the reality was when I started, we didn't have the money to fund it. We had no idea what we were doing. And we were exactly in the exact same position that those people are coming to me for. You can raise the funds on Kickstarter. You don't need the money. You can source a really cheap book printer online through Alibaba. And you can set up a free website like literally at the click of a finger. So there's literally no excuse.
Right.
You've just got to want it.
Yeah.
I think people worry so much about writing the journal before they fly, where we kind of just flew and wrote the journal on the way.
Sure.
Just start. That's literally like my biggest piece of advice. Like, don't overthink it. Literally just take the first step and go. It sounds simple, but I think people get in their own heads so much about overcomplicating a process when it's really not that
Well,
complicated.
they're looking at the precipice of the mountain instead of just looking right
Just
ahead of
take
them.
the first step. Yeah, they're worrying about
Slowly get
future
built up.
problems that you don't even need to worry about yet. Just
Yeah.
literally take the first step. Get your sample done and
Mm.
then worry about it. Get some feedback from people around you. And
what about the mindset? Because I would imagine they're all the logistical things.
Mm.
What about your mindset? What was your mindset going into this that kind of kept you going, really, and not stopping?
I think that it was exciting to be able to put out a product to the world that I created.
Mhm.
That was so cool, and to get such positive feedback. And obviously that always won't happen. Like, we had a headphone store at Parramatta Westfield for a year or two, and it went shit, and we lost lots of money. And like, me and my husband spoke on a podcast not long ago, and it was like, if Little Homie failed, there would have been something else we would have done as
Sure.
well. I think always swinging the bat is the
Yeah.
lesson to
Without
take
risk,
here.
there's no reward, right?
100%. And I feel like we are where we are in our life is because we've always taken chances and opportunity, where a lot of people our age in our 20s and shit, when they were traveling Europe and doing Kentikis and being lit and crazy, Danny and I weren't. We were starting businesses and doing all that kind of shit. So I think you've got to have the mindset of you can't do it all. Like, you either got to like hyper focus and just fucking work, or you got to choose what lifestyle you want, because you
True.
really can't have it all at a certain point.
Yeah. I think it's also important to, if you don't know what it is you want to do, to just go out and experience life as well. Do the Kontiki tours, because there'll be a point where you might have that epiphany. And you'll be like, oh, now I
and get the idea. But once you've got the idea, just
execute.
do it.
To do it, because I think failure is our biggest teacher, right?
Yeah.
I know myself, I've failed probably 20 times more than I've succeeded in anything, but it's taught me so much.
100%. And
So
and
much.
as opposed to our parents when they were young, where they didn't have the opportunities we do. Like, you can go online and go to a billion forums or places where you can ask people direct feedback, and
100%.
like, they never had that. They would have had to have flown physically to the Chinese warehouse, and like, it just, we're
Waited
so
for it to
lucky.
be finished.
Yeah, we're literally the luckiest like generation in the world.
We
that
are,
sense.
but that younger generation has that pressure of it being instant.
Yeah.
You know
and
what
like
I mean?
perfectly curated content. Like,
Straight away too.
our stuff was shit. But again, I was saying to Nadia the other day, because she uses ChatGPT a lot now to help curate things. And
No,
I'm
I
like,
don't. No, I
sorry,
don't.
no. I don't mean
It's
it
a
like
powerful
that.
tool. Why wouldn't
don't.
you?
But it's in like, I wish I had, like, it
Yeah.
didn't really exist when I had Homie. Like, it's unreal the shit you can use it for.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just build a whole brand of someone else.
Just take someone else's concept and then
You
make
know
it
what?
your own.
Every
No,
company
you know what I
uses
mean.
it.
It's
Everybody in
unreal.
business uses
It's
it.
No, but like what it
unreal.
can be is, and unfortunately, like it can, like if you don't have the money to do certain things, like you can ask ChatGPT to help you to put together the components of a campaign, and know what those are. And obviously, you put it in your own voice and you make it sound like you, but it can just give you the bones of this is what you could. Like you might have to pay for generally, but even with the website, like there's certain coding like I'm doing.
Man.
Like this is what I want to do. This is my website. Tell me how to do it, and it helps me to create the
That's
code.
so amazing.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd have to pay a coder to do it.
Yeah.
And I
back
would,
and
I would
forth.
love to, but unfortunately, like I'm, as much as this was an established brand and it is an established brand, it is a startup business, and I didn't start the brand, so I don't have the advice for what to do to start it. But if you were going to go into an industry like this, my suggestion would be to have at least 50% more money than you thought you needed.
Shit's expensive.
And say goodbye to it.
Yeah, kiss it goodbye.
That's the fashion. It's a crazy
things are a lot
industry.
more expensive than you expect.
Yeah.
But what's
for
driving
sure.
you? What's keeping you like stoking that fire constantly and not letting anything kind of like hold you back?
I think I just love it. It's just a passion. It's passion for me. Money doesn't drive me.
Yeah.
So it's something I love and I care about and I want to do really well at. And one of the biggest motivators for me, and this is going to sound so lame. It's going to sound so lame, but
You want to heal the world?
I
I
Give
believe
us
the
a Michael
children.
Jackson quote.
Are the
Just
children
leading
something to
into-
do with the future?
I think we are the world, and no, but when I post something or if I drop something and Jess's response to it, Jess being the OG Lil Homie, and if she loves it, I know I'm on the right track, and it means the world to me, more than the money, more than anything. It means I'm doing right by her legacy and what she created, and it makes me know I'm doing the right thing, and I get these lovely messages from people all over the world on how much this means to them. And I bought this book for my son, and he's lost it, and he just talks about it all the time. And I get to tell her, and I get to send
Those
them
stories
something
never
out.
get old.
It transcends this product.
Yeah, there was even one thing where it was like this person wanted something so badly that I sent them my copy just to say, like, I don't want that child to be without that thing that they love. And that's the stuff that drives
There's
me.
a Christmas song right there.
I'm cute as
The
fuck,
Little Homie
but-
Christmas album coming soon.
Dude, you've got like
I know.
literally so many ideas.
I
from
have.
this
And
one
you've got the
conversation.
music contacts. I
And
did
you've got
it.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
I do.
Ronnie can bust out Red Nose the Reindeer. Is that what it's called? I fucking hate Christmas.
No, see, we wouldn't do it that way.
Christmas.
Seneca
Oh,
straight
God.
from the ghetto. Have you seen that? Heard that?
No.
What's that?
I did a whole.
Was it a black guy jumping in the chimney and stealing the gifts?
No, at Christmas I put
sorry.
out a whole hip hop playlist
Okay.
for Lil Homie Christmas and stuff like that. Because
Do they have like Christmas rap songs?
yes,
Yeah, hell yeah. Snoop Dogg's done a rap.
not just like Hollis and Christmas.
A lot of them have actually.
Yeah, Snoop's done some good
Heaps.
stuff.
Yeah, John Legend.
But yeah, so that's what drives me. Not just you in particular. I wish that we could have done this together. I think
Yeah.
we would have.
You guys would have been so
I know.
great.
We crossed paths at the wrong time for
Yeah.
sure. Because that was a pain point for me throughout the years was like, fuck, I just had no one to bounce my ideas off and it got really lonely.
You know, it's funny. No one talks about that. Like me doing what I'm doing right now. When you guys
Lonely,
leave,
yeah.
I'm here on my own editing this and I get excited and I'm like,
There's no one to talk. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I'll come back.
hey, honey, I don't have
It's
a
that. Yeah. Like the,
Yeah, it is. It's lonely at the
sounding
top.
board.
Yeah, a sounding board is good. But I mean, you obviously have each other.
Yeah,
now to kind of like bounce those ideas and so forth. But do you have like something welling all around inside?
Consider your contract.
Well, no, not yet.
Not yet?
No. I always said to myself when I was shutting it down that I want to take a hiatus, delayed mat leave.
How long has it been now?
Well, a year since I shut the brand down officially, but then I feel like till I officially, like not to do with you, but my own admin of shutting shit down took a few months after that.
One of the things you
yeah.
said to me was you said that there were places in your life that you could add more value.
Yeah,
And that's what you
for
wanted to do.
sure, and 100%. So I'm really like happy and content right now. I think a lot of people want this like big exciting story of the next business move I've got, but I don't have it. I'm
You know
just
what?
like so happy being
If you
Lola
found
Val's
balance,
mum. And
oh my God,
yeah,
that's like pinnacle,
yeah,
right?
totally. And I know it'll get back to a point of me wanting more, but the balance I have right now is out of control. Like I love it. I'm happy.
And what about you with balance? How are you with balance right now?
I'm doing okay. Like I'm pretty good at it. Like I can try and keep perspective. I'm married to someone that is wonderful, but also he gigs at night and stuff. So we have a similar experience in that way. Hers is through the week, mine's the weekends. But I've been used to that, and that's kind of how we live. But I just try to take time for me, and I'm very, very good at. I'm very efficient. I'm a mom, so
Of course.
yeah, I can do things that men take many, many hours to do in very short periods of time with great results. So
So basically you're a queen.
Yeah. Oh,
there is nothing I can
can
do.
concur. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it does get hard. Like, we definitely make a point of going to like R&B gigs and stuff together and doing
Yeah.
those things that we would have done had we met earlier in life.
100%.
And
Yeah, because I think that too, like I obviously love what I love and few select friends do, but they don't love it as much as me. And then like insert Nadia and I was like, yes.
Isn't it funny when as we get older, we lose friends, like, friends that we've had for a while. That
And not
come
in a
did-
bad sense, just
No,
like
no,
you grow apart and it's
or
whatever.
they die, but it's like, but yeah, you grow apart and your musical tastes change or you just change.
yeah.
And it's hard to find somebody that gets you.
Yeah, it's cool to meet someone later in life. Like
Totally.
we not expecting it, I guess.
How important is community for you guys?
Huge. Like it's what the brand is built on, really.
Yeah. Are you maintaining the community as well too?
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, people tell me often that they miss her and stuff like that. So I try and feature her when I can, when we have the time together. But I think people are getting to know my family and
Yeah, because people just want that, don't they? They just want a name behind the brand.
they want to know who's behind it.
People are quite nosy, actually, by
100%.
like naturally. They just want to know about you and your life, really.
Yeah. Like I post, like, you know, I got a cute little dog. I post from time to time. He gets
So
a good
cute.
response.
Yeah, they love that.
Little Charles Barkley. And
Charles Barkley.
He's so cute. I met him on the weekend. He's so cute.
Yeah, right.
So I just try to maintain it. But I've always been involved in the community in terms of events and things like that. So it's always been important.
Okay, I've got one last question.
Shoot, it's stressful.
East Coast or West Coast?
Oh, shit. I'm actually stressed to answer that in front of you, of all people. Seem pretty judgy.
Hey, no.
I'm not going to answer. I'm just actually not going to.
Yeah, I know. I feel like
Why?
it's too polarizing.
I want to ask you a question. What do you think of the rappers, the list of LA rappers that the game
I
released?
saw that the game put
yesterday?
out. Yeah, I did see that.
List of LA rappers?
Top 50, was it?
Yeah,
Or
it was like
100?
his-
Oh, did he rate them?
Was it 50 or 100?
It was 50?
And what number
did
did
he-
he put himself as?
No.
I did read this quickly.
He put himself.
Oh, he's in that list
Okay,
for sure.
cool.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
not number one.
No,
No.
God, no.
Who did he put number one?
Oh my God, I wish I remember now. But yeah,
I did
I
not
remember
know
the
this.
It
post.
was a long list.
It was a massive list. And there's
Why did he-
obviously so many people
why
I don't
did he
know in
put
there.
it
No,
out?
because somebody else had put out a list and he was like, nope, this is my list.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because he's put out so much music
And then there
recently.
was some debate whether Tupac was an LA rapper at all.
Oh.
Mm.
There's some crazy inner workings of the rap game in America. I just don't really
Oh, it's so
understand.
complex.
Yeah, they make it so complex.
They do make it so complex.
Do you think they do it to make it just like generationally relevant every year? It's like they stir up shit. What do they think of the new rappers?
Yeah.
Well,
Are they even on the list?
Who are we talking about?
Yeah, when you say new, who are you saying?
Oh,
is
like
new?
Lil Nas is new.
Oh,
Is he
I don't
there?
think he was
I
on
think he's
Games'
kind of come and
list.
gone.
What about Post Malone?
Everyone loves Post Malone. Post Malone is so polite. There's nothing to not like.
Actually, he's in our book.
Oh yeah, Pete. No,
No,
wait.
but not the
you
A-
guys
not
will be
the-
N.
No, he's
Not-
in,
he's
he's
in
in
the-
first words.
He's in
He's
N.
in First Words. That's what he's in. Because we did
Yes,
First Words,
yeah.
Numbers, and ABC. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I remember the illustration of him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And are there any new artists that you guys are loving right now? R&B and hip hop.
Well, like I said, with there's a lot of Australian artists I like. There's a producer I really love everything that he's putting out. This guy Hessin, he's from Sydney, and there's another artist called Donnell Lewis that I think he's from Queensland. He might be a Kiwi guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving his stuff. And
Producer or
no,
singer?
he's a really cute rapper. You'd like him. You'd like him.
Send
He's got these twins as
DM
well,
me.
so he's like a little bit of a zaddy.
Yeah.
But,
I'm going to turn it into a dating show.
Boy
Honestly.
Soda's really good. There's some really good, there's some really cool new artists coming up out of Australia. And if you seek them out, like,
They're there.
they're there. There's some really great influences.
I think that's what's so hard too is like that chick you were showing us before, like such incredible talent and they're just not getting in front of the right people. Like they deserve to be so much more than they are.
It's sad that music is. I mean, look, this is a great time to do music because
Yeah.
you can
do it from anywhere.
do it from anywhere and appeal to the world. Like, look what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love
you know
that
what I mean?
though.
Like,
yeah.
it's crazy. You can totally reach a whole new audience from your apartment if you really wanted to. But it's funny, like, you're obviously not as old as I am, but you can appreciate.
I feel it.
Yeah, I know.
You can appreciate old school everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you look at what's happening now in R&B and hip hop, like do you just reminisce about the old days or do you embrace this new? I know you're embracing new
I do, but
artists.
there's so much good sampling there as well. Like there's Larissa Lambert. Have you heard, like, so she's I think she's a Sydney artist. She doesn't look how you would expect, but she's done some really great samples of, you know, like some of our favorite R&B, if you listen to her stuff. I don't know how she's getting the samples. And I don't know if this podcast is where she gets caught, but she's got, but there's some really good stuff
Outed
in
by
there.
Lil Homie owner.
But yeah, you'll find so many samples of the stuff that we loved.
Right.
That's still influencing.
Is she a
culture.
DJ?
No, she's a singer. She did a Mariah Carey track a couple of years ago that I think is My All. incredible voice. And then she put out this song Cardio that's got a sample at the start, which I don't know how she got it. And there's so much influence still. It's so timeless. I saw a thing today about like albums that are hitting 25 years, and Outkast is on there, and all of these tracks.
And that's where I think I Live still is in like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I've never really like strayed from there. So I feel like,
What about 90s R&B?
Yeah, for sure. Like that kind of era. So like, I like new shit, but if I look at my Spotify, I'm always listening to old shit, really.
I've got the same playlist for sure, And like, I don't want to mention Michael Jackson again, but like that's that's.
What do you think of the controversy with that guy?
I think we would need a whole other podcast on my opinion on
There's
how the world was not good enough for him. Is how I feel. No, but
part 2 coming soon.
But yeah, no, like
it's going to need like an anthology.
It's all from soul music. It's all from that R&B, like everything that we love.
What do you think about these R&B singers who are now being kind of like busted for things that you just wouldn't imagine that they'd be doing?
Like
Diddy or
like R. Kelly, like Diddy.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think
we knew about.
Yeah,
R.
I was
Kelly
about
the
to say.
whole
I think we
time.
knew. I think people just chose. And there was that documentary, like Surviving R. Kelly, how like it was so interesting how whenever he was getting the heat, he'd release like a gospel song. It's wild.
Didn't Kanye do that too? Like he did Sunday service.
I didn't know that was to like, make sense really.
Yeah.
But like, isn't it funny? And then you looked at like the history of his albums and it was like gospel and then R&B and gospel and it's just like, fuck, he was just
And then
playing
Aaliyah puts out Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. And then you're like, that's confusing.
Do you reckon they got people in their camp going, yo, bro, I think it's time you need to drop a gospel album.
But
You got some heat on you right now.
I want to be in jail with R. Kelly and Diddy.
Amazing. Or whatever that jail Chris Brown was in.
There's like crazy.
To like listen to what they talk about.
Crazy conspiracy theories about Diddy. Apparently, that footage of him and Cassie is like something like 7 years old, and news media had it, and they kept it.
Yeah, no, they did. That's
and they
true.
released it because he was going to out somebody or something or other.
Right, because he apparently paid the hotel off or whatever.
Yeah,
but yeah, wild.
I don't know if Diddy's going to have me killed, but I actually have no. I have.
This is your last podcast.
This is my last podcast, everybody. But I have no doubt that there's something to do. The LA fires. I have no doubt.
Whoa,
there's a connection.
I heard that too, where like all
you're dropping some.
No, I read that too, and I believe it because so many celebs and shit went missing.
This is going to be my clickbait title.
I have no doubt that Diddy was behind the LA
Diddy
fires.
and Jay-Z, LA fires.
No. Please don't mention
Nadia.
Jay-Z. No.
Just Nadia, not Jess.
We co-wrote the books now.
Lil Homie wrote the book on this part.
No, I read that and I fully think it's possible for sure.
Yeah, I think when you got enough money around you, like
because that's when he got taken.
I think he was already in jail.
Yeah,
but soon after. But this is going to be the final time I bring up Michael Jackson. But if you look, if you look at the people that were around Michael Jackson, when you have that money and you have that influence, people cannot say no to you. And I think that that's how it happened. A lot of people were around. A lot of people feared for their own well-being, and after that, and I guess that's how people enable others. Unfortunately, Michael Jackson's, like obviously he didn't do anything like that, and he's completely innocent. So. It's I am
sorry.
I don't know what point I was making there, but
look at that camera. I'm gonna look at that camera.
Oh shit!
It's a different thing.
We could just have a whole podcast on conspiracies, and I'd go fucking heavy into that. Honestly,
can we do that?
I froth for that shit.
Can we do that?
Honestly.
Like we come together.
Yeah.
With the theories,
yes,
and then we discuss.
Just like debate it. Yeah,
but then we have theories that we just drop. And
just theories
don't
we
discuss.
make up.
Yeah, and just leave it there
just make
out in
shit
the
up.
open, and then let people decipher for themselves.
Yeah,
they're going to say we're in cahoots with them.
You'll get lots of clicks.
What do you think about the conspiracy theory that Marilyn Manson was the kid from the Wonder Years?
Which one?
Did I just make that one up myself?
first one ready to
Paul
go.
from the Wonder Years.
No. I remember that show, but I feel like the two of them don't.
It's Kevin's friend.
Oh.
I've gone too far.
I'm going to go back and watch all this shit.
I'm going to Google it late tonight.
What the fuck? because I got to, because this thing will get taken down.
yeah.
All right. I know. Okay. I know I said one last question before, but this is one last question.
Okay.
You said it like
Well, I'm enjoying chatting to you guys. I don't go out on dates. Anyway, so Mario, Neo,
oh shit.
Usher, or Chris Brown?
Chris Brown.
Oh,
Shit.
it's between Usher and Chris Brown. Saw them both in Vegas a couple of years ago, and they were both amazing in their own right. Like such good performers. I don't
Even
know.
with the
Oh,
still
he
Chris
could
Brown?
beat the shit out of me.
She didn't say that. She didn't mean it.
I meant every word. He
we
could-
are all about female empowerment, and we do not condone Chris Brown behavior.
but a little bit of DVs. But
I mean,
no,
they've all
I'm
got.
I'm joking. I'm definitely joking.
They've all got a little. They've all got a little something like.
No,
Neo's
I think like Usher
like four.
paved a bit of a way for Chris Brown too. In a way, you can't deny that.
Do you reckon he's the OG
Usher.
of that run of guys who would just say their name in every song? Do you reckon he's this?
They all said their
Wait,
names. in songs.
what's it? Rodney Jerkins?
Jason Derulo. Oh,
Rodney Jerkins, the producer, he goes,
Yeah.
Dog Child, in every
Yeah.
Destiny's Child.
yeah.
Mike Jones? Like,
Yeah,
there's
it
so
became
many.
a thing.
Like,
You don't know what it is.
And it's something on the beat. Mustard on the beat.
Mustard.
yeah,
Yes.
oh, mustard. Love.
Yeah, Usher's good. Like I feel like all of those guys, except maybe Mario, are a bit controversial because.
Is he your song?
Oh, I don't know, but
Probably all he was
But
saying.
Mario is how we met.
Met.
Oh, okay.
But Usher's got, I think, some kind of condition, and then we've got Neo now has.
Did you see him at his concert when he was singing to that woman?
With the
the cherry.
But
cherries.
I think the cherry, yeah.
Yeah, they all like deep throat cherries. It's wild.
And then
And
Neo's
then
got like
Neo's
a
got
harem
three.
going on.
Neo's got 3 wives.
yeah,
Like
right.
officially. So
Wow.
he just like goes backstage, makes out with all of them, jumps back on. Like it's
Huh.
hectic.
Is he
yeah.
Muslim?
was it?
No, I don't think so. I think he's his
I
don't
don't
know
own
why I
bring
went
religion
there.
into this.
I think it's his
well,
own
I mean,
religion. We've touched on everything, really.
Aren't they allowed to have multiple wives?
Yeah.
As a
But it-
Muslim,
yeah.
I can tell you that no, it's not.
Are you Muslim?
Yeah.
I did not know.
Mic drop.
Is this prosecco not halal?
No, there's the cheese. Whoops. No, you serious? Muslim.
Yeah, my family's Egyptian.
Okay,
I
cool.
grew up.
Wow.
Yeah, but obviously very moderate. I'll bring that.
Moderate.
Yeah.
You're
No, just,
Eminem.
I take it
moderate
a little bit.
Muslim.
culturally Muslim.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But
What's
no, I
your
don't
answer
believe
to that though?
To what?
Oh, those
Usher,
4.
Chris Brown, Neo.
Usher for me.
Mm,
Because I feel like he's the OG.
mm. Agree. He's
Yeah.
definitely paved a way.
Yes. Because what was that song that he came out?
You remind me.
No, when he was a kid.
My way.
No, when he was young.
We would literally discuss
Mac.
this.
There's something in the
I
Mac.
feel like Ronnie would know this.
Ronnie wouldn't know it. Ronnie would just like
Pretend.
that was Ronnie likes the other album.
Oh,
Usher,
that
yeah.
child
When
one.
Usher was young, that's when I was introduced to Usher, and I
Mm.
can't remember the name of the song.
But yeah,
Anyway.
he's been around the longest, right?
He has.
You
yeah.
make me wanna.
No, it was younger than
Yeah, I
that.
would say younger than
He was
Oh,
that.
that
yeah.
like the
really
album
young.
before that.
I
was
feel
like-
like it's the one that
was like
Ronnie said
Tevin
when he was like
Campbell
a
young.
kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Ronnie would know.
Yeah, it's so annoying. You're going to remember it
Put it
later.
in the liner notes.
I'm going to do it. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Usher's
Come on,
first
sing for us
song.
now.
Usher's
Can you sing it?
first song.
Is this how you remember him or found him out?
That's how I found him.
I found him out with the You Remind Me.
Call Me a Mac.
No, I
know
don't know.
it.
I don't
That's
know.
it. Yes.
Showing your age.
Yeah,
Sing it, sing
fucking
it,
oath.
sing it.
I don't actually remember it, but I'll tell you the year.
As he puts
Look
his
at him.
spectacles on.
Look at him.
Oh my God.
He's a little baby.
1993.
3. Yeah,
Look,
okay.
he's saying call me a Mac, and he doesn't even look like he can fucking drive.
Yeah, I was 7.
He can. It's just because he could spell Mac.
It's because he's been eating fucking
Ma-
Big Macs. Oh my God, yeah. That's when, 1993.
Yeah, that's cool.
Take me back. Do you have associations of R&B music with ex-partners?
Oh, you have a song, don't you?
R. Kelly is like like my boyfriend before Danny was R. Kelly, which is
No
so funny.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Is it triggering whenever you hear any?
Like
R. Kelly?
TP2 and all that shit. Like
You know what? I
that's-
would play this just to trigger, but I'll
Literally.
get taken down. YouTube copyright.
Oh, it's so
I was
funny.
dating a guy in 2004, and the best part of that relationship was the Twister song Overnight Celebrity. And
Great tune.
it was that 3-month period where that song was dope, but that guy was a fucking loser. But he introduced me to Ronnie, and that's exciting.
He's not a loser.
No,
There
so
you
yeah,
go. He
helped
paid
me
it
with that.
forward.
But that song always kind of reminds me of that era. What about you?
You know what? It's not until recently, and I won't go there yet, but I never had any association because at the time, like in that period, I was like so obsessed with dancing and singing that I didn't care about girls. I was a really, really late bloomer when it came to dating women, sleeping, all of that sort of stuff. But
So you're a homosexual?
are you outing me?
Zero homo.
This is going to be Lil Homo.
No.
Yeah, you're going to write a book about me?
You're the main character.
You know what?
Oh my
You,
God.
you can choose to be how you want to be. And
It'll be my
I will
coming
love
out?
and celebrate you.
My daughter questions me all the time. She goes, if you said it, if you
I'd
came
be
out,
okay with
I
it.
would be, no, she goes, I wouldn't be surprised.
If you said that you dabbled, she'd be like,
Huh.
It's okay.
Really
I don't know where to
pumping
go
up
from
your
there.
confidence.
I don't know where to go from
yeah,
there.
is it a
What
compliment
were we
or-
talking about? Okay, we were talking about associations with past partners
Yeah.
and R&B music.
Yeah.
No, I don't,
Okay.
which is awesome because I can listen to it.
Yeah, and not feel a type of way.
Oh, yeah, and not be like, oh, all that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Bobby Brown was the guy for me that got me into music.
Yeah, love.
Prior to that, I was very academic and very studious. So this whole concept of music.
I heard the
and-
same happened with Whitney, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents are like strict
Once
Sri
she got into
Lankan.
Bobby Brown, I heard that things kind of... Actually, that's not true. She was
Yeah.
already
Rest
there.
in peace. Whit.
Yeah, R.I.P. Big time.
But no, Bobby Brown's
How's she gone and he's doing?
Well, she actually...
Do you know what I mean? No. I'm just saying.
He actually got
How?
her. She was actually already
shit.
there.
You're gonna get this episode.
You are
No, it's
fucking
in every biography. She was already...
I don't even know if I can put it up. I'm worried it's gonna take my whole channel down. Then I got
Just title it Nadia's views on R&B trivia.
Title it I'm a homo.
trivia. Yeah,
Do not
oh
title
my
it Lil
God.
Homo.
Little homo.
I have a lot of gay friends. All right,
Respectfully.
respectfully, and they're awesome, and they would love a book called Little Homo.
I agree. I actually think there's a niche for it.
If you take
We are
Jess's
dropping
advice,
so many
they
great-
should totally write it. They can do it.
Do it before
they
she
can do
does it.
anything.
They can
Do
do
it before
anyone
she
can do
does it.
anything.
That could
No.
be your like vengeance.
Yeah,
on-
I have a lot of gay friends too, so
Yeah,
I'm
right.
down with that.
Oh my God, this has been so much fun.
Be
Yeah.
real.
This has been cool. I have
really
a lot
cool.
of male people, like male energy on this show because they seem to be the only ones who love to chat and talk, which I love
Yeah.
because they bring some incredible knowledge, and it's so refreshing when I have like women like yourself who come on and have incredible chat, not just about business and whatnot. We
That
can
probably
go off on
explains why
tangents.
there's been no pee breaks for this, because it's more of a female thing.
Wait a minute, I haven't gone for a pee break.
That's true.
You're not a mum.
Yeah, but I still haven't gone for a pee break. You know, I'm DJing for long hours these days. And
Yeah, what do you do?
Oh, everything.
It's weird, man.
when I'm DJing, I'm doing like maybe 7-hour stints.
Shit.
Yeah, and I don't go to the toilet. I just sip. If I drink too much, then I'm going to go.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave what I've created. I don't
Yeah,
want to leave the
that's
dance
fair.
floor that I've built. And so I'm conditioned for this.
Respect
Tough.
My DJing has prepared me for this very
for
role.
this podcasting
This
moment.
very role. That's right.
Love that.
No, I don't know your song. Sorry, I can't hear you. See what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? Yeah.
Can you charge
We
my
don't
phone?
do R&B. Oh my God.
Can you charge my phone?
Every time I see this beautiful woman walking up to me, I'm thinking, all right, let's go, baby. And they're like, excuse me, do you have a charger? I'm like, no English.
What if she says, I want to listen to Fat Man Scoop?
It would have been better if she goes, do you have a charger? Because I need to charge my phone to get your number.
Yes. Maybe that's what's happening before you shut it down.
Can you just put that in the notes as well, just so right at the end we know this is the way to your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
To your heart and your charging
Charges.
cable.
Charges. Charge it
I
to
can't
my...
wait to troll you at the next event we see that. Excuse me.
Don't use
Do you have
that.
a charger?
I didn't get a chance to eat this.
Oh my God, the crunching
Right.
is in my
I
ears.
heard the grape when I was eating it.
Oh no, I ate one before and
You
I was
guys
like, oh
don't
my God,
listen
is
to
this going
ASMR?
to be? No, I'm not down with that at all. I don't understand the appeal at all.
Mm.
I don't get it.
I've
The
made one with my
whispering.
dog.
You are ASMR, like a living version of ASMR.
Yeah.
You should do that as a part of
I feel like you should. Can you read Little Homie
Do people
in
even
ASMR?
want to listen to my voice? I'm not
Do you
sure.
know what? People just talk about their day.
Oh, I'll fucking tell you all
Nah.
about it my day.
I don't know if I'm
They'll just
down with
thinking,
that.
Today I just went to the park.
You've got a good voice for it too.
It was just me, no one else around. I sat there watching the children.
We know you're lonely.
This is very creepy.
Yeah. Says the guy, he's like, I never go on dates.
I never go on
Maybe
dates.
that's
I just
why.
sit in the park and
Maybe that's why I don't. But yeah, ASMR, it's a thing.
yep.
They've got those.
Do you like it?
Well,
Because you're like a sound person.
yeah, but it like I hate listening to people eat for starters.
Agree.
They'll be fucking like
slurping
so annoying.
soup.
100%.
I'm out.
It's a very Japanese thing to do.
It
that,
is. If
with
you go to an
ramen.
Asian country, I'm deceased. Yeah.
But they have those ears. Have you seen the ears that they use in studios to judge sound? It's mainly women. They'll get the ear because there's a microphone in it, and they'll just be like,
Oh God. Ugh. I can't.
yeah,
do
like
it.
for 1 hour.
No.
1
my
hour,
worst
there's somebody
nightmare.
That's
watching
a
that.
form of torture. Truly.
There's the talking. There's the this. Where you
Like
get
the tapping.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. And like the opening the packages and shit. I don't get it. I feel like that's borderline psycho
People go to sleep to it,
shit.
but I think
Yeah.
it's therapeutic.
That's gross.
I had a Korean lady on the show talking about ASMR, and she watches this woman eat, and it's just her lips. That's all you see, and she eats like fruit. She'll eat lollies. She'll eat all kinds of crap. She just
no.
sits there and just
That's so messed up.
My brother-in-law, also Muslim, went through a big. I'm just telling you, it's
For the
relevant.
record,
It's relevant.
just for the record.
It's relevant. Went through a big stage of watching women with hijabs eating eating spaghetti.
Dude, that's a
And,
thing? Oh
Yeah,
my
like
God, 'cause that would
because
get
There's
everywhere.
a market for everything,
but like
man.
you couldn't see anything. There was still the modesty was there, but just it was weird. It was a weird time. Tofik,
So
you're
wait,
a
they
weird
eat
guy.
under it?
Yeah, like
Oh, what?
Or is there a hole? Or is it just the eye hijab? I don't know.
Yeah, because they haven't got a map.
underneath.
Oh,
they went, yeah.
right.
So they
you
do eat
couldn't
under
see
it.
You can't.
My bad.
see.
Sorry, a burqa, not a hijab. So like, as in, under.
Yeah, got
the
ya.
thing. Hijab is fine. But yeah. So
burqas are better
Tofik
at hijab.
Haryanto, if you're listening, you're a weird guy.
Wow. There are so many weird things to talk about.
Yeah,
On that note, yeah.
On that note, we'll save that for the next time.
amazing.
if this does well, I'm going to get you back. If it doesn't get well, I'm
You're
going to
dead
get you
to me.
back. Either way, I'm getting you back.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
That was fucking dope.
Thank you.